going live, and we're live. Let's do it. Let's run it. What up, chat? What up, what up, what up, what up? Hope you guys are doing good. Hope you guys are doing great on this fine Monday evening. Hope you guys are doing all right. Hope you guys are doing all right. As y'all can tell from the title, the thumbnail, damn, me, don't interrupt me. Jesus, it always happens. Anyways, chat, ignoring that, right? As y'all can tell from the title and thumbnail, we're going to be going over some random Jujutsu Kaisen versus battles. This wheel that is currently empty will be changed. We'll be adding a lot of characters. And with me here to argue, debate, discuss these random battles, if you will be my good friend of the channel, Tessero. Spell it with 2 O's, by the way. Go on and say what's up to him.
Yo, what's up, chat? I hope y'all are doing good this Monday night. And we're going to have some fun.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You already know what it is, chat. You already know what it is. I did a stream like this with Tessero, in fact, quite a while ago, actually. And it was very fun, very entertaining. For all the people that maybe weren't there for that, what's going to happen is that me and Tess are going to put a bunch of characters on these wheels, a bunch of characters, maybe some different forms of the characters if it applies. And then we're going to spin it. I'm going to get a character. He's going to get a character. And for the next couple of minutes, we're going to try to argue for it. You know, whether I get Gojo and he gets Sukuna, or he gets Sukuna and I get Momo. I'm gonna do my best to make an argument for whatever character I get. He's going to do his best to make an argument for whatever character he gets, chat. Y'all already know what it is. Y'all already know what it is. All right. So first things first, we got to add some characters on here. I wanted to do that with you guys, in part just to let some people trickle in here, have the stream going a little bit, but also give people some time. But also just in case I'm forgetting some guys. So I'm gonna put Gojo, you know, chat. I guess the first question is how I'll put pre-awakening Gojo. I guess the question is how granular do we want to get with these characters? Like, we can just have Gojo pre-awakening, post-awakening. Like, what we thinking? What we thinking? Are we putting Gojo and Sukuna? Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Hell yes.
I think we could do pre-awakening and post-awakening.
Okay. All right. We'll keep it real simple. Keep it real simple. All right, Sukuna. I'll just put 20 finger, and then I'll do Megana. Then we got, you know, the basics, Yuji, Megami, Nobara. We got characters like, you know, good old Nanami. You got Mei, Kusakabe, Miwa, Momo, Todo, Naoya, Naobito. Like plenty of characters to get up here. Sleeping Danger, thing of the 14. The one time we might get Hikari praise from BR. We'll see, man. We'll see. It would be genuinely hilarious to get that, actually, but I don't know if we will. I don't know if we will. Thank you for the 14, gang. But it would take a wheel like this in order for me to really cape for him, you know. But I can only do so much, chat. So if I get, like, I don't know, Hikari versus, I don't know, Chapter 1 Yuji, I'll do my best. You know what I mean? But if Tessero wins, I just know I really tried. All right, let's see. Other characters that exist: Kenjaku, Yuta, Yuki. You know, I'm gonna put Volume 0 Yuta, and then current Yuta, and then also like Gojo's body Yuta. Let's see.
Oh boy.
Let's see. Current Yuta, and then I'll put Yuta Gojo body.
Wait, what are we doing for Yuji?
Shoot, bro. Yuji's your goat. Lock in. Like, what we thinking? You want to just do pre and post Shinjuku?
Pre and post Shinjuku. I think, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because if we get too granular, there's so many different versions of him.
Yeah.
In that freaking fight.
Yeah. Yorozu, good shout. Uro, Ishigori. Obviously got to get Jogo. I could put base form Jogo in all those different forms, but I'm gonna just leave it because I kind of miss transformations rather as like different eras. If you know, you know, chat. Hanami, like I said, if you know, you know, gang. That's all good. I'll put Teen Ghetto and then Adult Ghetto. Teen Ghetto, Adult Ghetto. Toji, Zenin. I'll also put Toji Fushiguro just for shits and giggles. Maki, Pre-Awakening. I'll put Maki post awakening. We can do that kind of like half bullshit, but I don't think we have to. Let's see. Grasshopper. Plenty of curses we can throw on here. Finger bearer 1, finger bearer 2. All right. Eso and Kaichizu,
Did you get the
obviously.
version of Naoya?
Oh, that is a good shout. Curse Naoya. Let's see. Eso, Kechizu, Choso. Let's see. Got Meme up here. Higurum is a good one. Let's see. Did I already put? Let me see if I put Kashima. Yeah, I did. I'll put Ino up here. I'll put. I put Choso.
You get Kusakabe?
I did put Kusakabe. Yeah. Got him. Let's see. Takaba. Takaba's gonna be an annoying one for whoever gets it. Wee. I consider Wee like just Mei standard equipment, low key. Like I know that sounds kind of crazy, but it's kind of how I consider it. Dido, Miyo. I can put Mahoraga up here. I guess I'll put Mahoraga up here. People have him in versus battles. Who cares? Mahoraga. But I'm not putting every Shikigami up here. Awasaka. Panda. Mekamaru. And I'll put Ultimate Mekamaru. I already put Miyo up here. Arame. I got Arame. Let's see. Let me go over. Oh. Let me get.
Might as well put in Gakuganji and
Yeah. Yurihime and Gakuganji, yes sir.
Yeah.
Gakuganji. Let's see.
Todo? Did you get Todo?
I did indeed put Todo. I can put. Nah, I don't feel like he get like it's a definite boost, but in a one-on-one, I don't feel like it's needed to put like one hand versus two. Miguel's good. Reggie's a good one. Reggie, Miguel, LaRue, Junpei. Transfigured Junpei is crazy. He's just like a regular, like he's just a regular transfigured human. Momo, Kamo. Let's see. Forearm Sukuna. I mean, I just put 20 finger. I'll just change that to like, fully incarnated.
Oh yeah, add
Sukuna.
Agito. That sounds a little interesting.
All right, I'll add Agito up here. Smallpox Deity's a good one. Rika, I mean, I could, but Rika's kind of just like Yuta's curse technique. Angel's a good one.
Is she?
Momo's on here twice. Oh damn, you right. Appreciate you, Gango. Yeah, I put her up here. All right, cool. Get her off. Appreciate you. Let's see. I put Mahito up here, correct? I sure did. I put up here, cool. Yeah, I put Ishigori up here. I'll put Druve, even though.
Oh yeah, put Kururushi.
Yeah, I got him.
Okay.
Druve up here. Hazanoki. That's who I was thinking of. Let's see. Cockroach Special Grade. I have him up here. Shigemo and Osaka. I'm not gonna lie.
Who are those people?
I'm not gonna. Oh,
Those are the people with
Haruta. Hand sword guy.
People with the helicopter powers.
No, but I should put Haba up here. Haruta is the one who chin checked Nobara. Shigemo is I just know him as Haruta.
Oh, his other name. Oh.
Yeah. Yaga. God, bro, some of these guys are so trash. Charles. I got to put Charles, obviously.
Obviously.
I got a rope here. I got Miguel up here. Let me make sure I got Miguel. Yeah, I do got Miguel up here. Hikari. I got Hikari. Miwa, no limbs, blindfolded, sick and tired. That's insane.
What?
U.S. military is insane. Mimiko and Nanako. Holy shit.
You are not putting
I'm
Mimiko and Nanako
I'm
on
putting
here.
it, better yet, I'm putting them separately, gang.
Oh,
Um,
God.
I already put Awasaka. I'll put Granny Seance, or Seance Granny. Granny Ogami is her name. I just remember Granny Ogami. So Ketchisu Dagon. Got him. Who's the guy who lost an arm fighting Dagon? Nobito. And I got him up here. Yeah. Let's see. Fully realized Miwa is crazy. Wukong is insane. Let's see. Any other characters I'm missing, chat? JJK.
Is that Yuji's grandpa, Wasuke?
Yeah, I think so. Let's see. I already got Panda. Shinjuku Miguel. That's not even. They're not even implied to be like weaker or stronger. Oh, has no one said Inumaki yet? I don't know how I went this far without Godumaki, guys. Let's see. Okay.
Oh, Yuki. Did you get Yuki?
I got Yuki up here. Okay. Gege may have forgotten. I didn't. Nah, that's crazy shit. My fault. Okay, I'll put random claw guy.
You got Yorozu?
I do got Yorozu, random claw guy. Yorozu is already up here. Okay. 76 entries. I think.
Oh wow.
I think. I'll put Juzo up here, sure. I think we're good though. So now I think the final thing we need to consider is paper bag man. So right, chat. The final thing we need to consider, chat, is whether or not these are single or like double elimination or like multi-elimination picks. Like what I mean by that is if we spin a character once, are they gone off the list for good? Tessero, what do you think?
Maybe the one that loses.
If you lose, you get eliminated. Okay, I'm rocking with that.
The name gets eliminated.
Cool. Unk, thank you for the 5. If Prime Yuji and Mahoraga from Shibuya fought, who do you think would win? Listen, I don't want to tip my hand too much in case I get either of these characters. So I'm going to just say this. If I'm arguing for Yuji, he's winning. If I'm arguing for Mahoraga, he's winning. That's all I'm going to say. If we get it on here, you know, you will hear us argue it, you know, properly or not. And then the Gojo fan club president, think of the two, put creams on the list. I fear the list would be stronger with like Ijichi or something. I already got Kamo up here. All right, let's see. I feel like Yuji could take that. Blah blah blah. Choso's already added. Takaba, Ino, and Hana have Angel up here. Let's see. All right, cool. All right, we are good. Tessero, I will leave it in your hands. Do you want to spin first? You want to get your character first or second?
Yeah, let me spin first.
All right, gang. All right, chat. Lock in. It's time to decide what character Tessero's fighting for, chat. Who is Tessero's character of choice? Today, it looks like he got the second finger bearer that Megami fought. All right? Finger bearer 2, chat. Finger bearer 2. Let's see. And that goes up against... Oh, I actually think this is interesting. I got Nanami.
Okay.
All right. Cool. So, do you want to start or do you want me to?
I'll start.
All right, go ahead.
So, as far as I remember, Yuji, or sorry, the finger bearer fight happened after Todo recommended that everyone needs to get stronger, right?
Mm-hmm.
You said yeah.
Yeah.
So in that case, I don't think there's any like depiction of Megami and Yuji being different in terms of their scaling, or at the very most being relative.
Mm-hmm.
If we go off the Awasaka fight,
Okay.
since there's not much time that's passed in between those two things. So if Megami is able to barely keep up with the finger bearer until he uses his domain expansion, which I don't even think he really kept up with him, kind of tricked him, because I don't think the finger bearer is very smart.
Okay.
I think that means where the reason I brought up Yuji is because obviously Yuji and Nanami fought a weekend Mahito, and they're pretty much exactly the same, except Yuji had been harmed pretty bad from what I remember. Probably lost a lot of blood.
Okay.
So much so that before the battle even ended, I'm pretty sure he passed out.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so I don't think Nanami will be able to deal with the finger bearer's just raw power.
Okay, so let me ask you this: do you agree that between Yuji and Megami, even if you
wait, which Nanami? I'm sorry, which Nanami were we talking about? Just any Nanami?
Yeah, I don't think Nanami gets any stronger over the course of the story.
Okay.
So do you agree that between Yuji and Megami, Yuji is like the more like physically powerful character?
Yeah.
Okay. So we just have Yuji in Shibuya being directly compared to Ino. Not Yuji, compared to Ino. Ino comparing Yuji and Nanami, saying that Yuji specifically might be as strong as Nanami is physically, right? If we just take that to mean that they're, somewhat relative in strength, even if you count it with the technique or not, it doesn't really matter, because Nanami is either always fighting with his weapon, or even if he's unarmed for whatever reason, he's capable of using the ratio technique without it. That would just mean that, like, between the two of them, Nanami's going to have better AP. It means that he should be able to essentially one-shot the finger bearer. Obviously, since Megami had something in his arsenal that was capable of damaging it. Megami doesn't even seem to be all that impressed by being able to damage it either. He's like, yeah, if I could hurt Hanami, I could hurt you. It's not even particularly an impressive feat on his part. So that means from that angle, Nanami should definitely be able to harm it. In terms of speed scaling, it's pretty difficult to quantify how fast the finger bearer is, simply because we know that it is fast enough to hit Megami, but Megami's also able to react to it at different points in time. Megami finds fighting alongside Yuji to be quite difficult, which, once again, you can't really determine whether or not Yuji's holding back in order to scale with him, or if they're both going at full power. That's just impossible to determine. Whereas with Nanami, we do have more concrete feats of his speed scaling, and in terms of like durability and resilience, he should just be like considerably stronger given the AP scaling. Obviously, if he's able to attack with that much output and he's not breaking down physically, he should be more than capable of holding up against it. He's also fought much more, what's the word I'm looking for, powerful, notable curses in Mahito and Dagon. And in both instances, he's shown himself to be quite durable. In one case, his soul is able to take idol transfiguration. And in the other case, he's able to ascend like 30% of Dagon's domain expansion without dying. Even following that, surviving a heat blast from Jogo and continuing to fight, you just wouldn't be able to argue that the finger bearer has anything remotely in the realm of that power-wise. So I would just say Nanami just weathers the storm and then just like one-shots with ratio technique.
Okay, so you said a lot. So I'm gonna try to go from the beginning where you mentioned Nanami should be able to harm the finger bearer. Which I don't have an issue with because give me a second.
No, you're good.
Man, can you repeat the AP part? My fault.
Yeah, so Yuji over Megami. Megami can harm the finger bearer. Nanami relative to Yuji.
Oh, okay. So when you say Megami is harming the finger bearer, what instance are you talking about? Because I only recall Khan doing the harming.
Yeah, where he stabs him.
So that's what you were in reference to?
Yeah.
Do you think Megami and Khan are the same strength?
No, but like I said, it's just part of his arsenal, and Megami already just understands that Yuji can deal more damage to him, In fact, Megami says that part, like big attacks, is Yuji's thing, not Megami's. And that
I thought he
obviously,
was referencing the car with that specifically.
I mean, he is in that specific instance, but Awasaka is talking about big attacks, and then Megami says that's his job. So it can also pertain specifically to the car, but Megami is also very obviously alluding to the fact that between the two of them, one of them is a strategist, Megami, the other is the heavy hitter, Yuji. Right? It presented itself in the car. It also presented itself in the final attack, where Awasaka thought that Yuji, once again the heavy hitter, was desperately throwing an attack, and then obviously he stops short, holds back, blah blah blah. But regardless, it's very obvious that like the two of them have different roles in the fight. Megami figures out the technique and discerns a strategy. Yuji's able to implement it better because he's physically superior.
Okay, so as far as I know, Yuji and Khan can be similar in AP. And Yuji probably edging out, but they should be in the similar realm since they can hurt a Hanami that's trying to defend itself.
Mm-hmm.
And Khan, I'm pretty sure, hurts the finger bearer, the second finger bearer, in the same way it hurts Hanami by just scratching its arm. Am I misremembering that?
He just stabs through its chest. Yeah.
It doesn't ever hit him in like any other
No,
instance?
he just one shots it.
Okay, so as far as we know, when it's off guard, as stated by Megami specifically, that's what he was planning to, or that's what he was aiming for. It can get one shot, which is fine. But that's not to say that in the instance that it is on guard and defending itself, that Khan can do any damage to it. And like, I don't know, I think that's enough. I mean, Khan, if Khan can't hurt, or if we don't know if Khan can hurt the finger bearer when it's on guard, thus something that's relative to Khan being Yuji, we don't really know if Yuji can do all that much damage. I'm not gonna say it does no damage. Obviously, he's probably gonna hurt it a little bit, but as far as I know, the damage is not gonna be great. So if the damage from Yuji is not gonna be great, then the damage from Nanami is not gonna be great. Even though it could probably hurt it.
The ratio technique, like let's say Nanami and Yuji are relative physically, the ratio technique would just let it obliterate it. That's why, like, for example, when Mahito thinks he guarded an attack from Nanami with cursed energy, Nanami's still able to blow one of his limbs off, because it basically, like, if you're at all relative, right, even if you're superior in cursed energy, as Mahito as a special grade, or a disaster class special grade specifically, probably should be relative to Nanami, even in his infancy, you're still able to be caught off guard by the extra potency that comes from the ratio technique, right? So
I don't think the ratio technique acts as like a divergent punch or divergent fist. Does he ever use it that way? Where
it doesn't.
Afterwards?
No, it's not that. It weakens the opponent, right? And then he's using his already.
I mean, if it can hurt them, correct? Because Dagon ate that shit.
Sure, but like Dagon and the finger bear have no correlation scaling wise. It's like apples to oranges. It'd be like saying Sukuna tanked Ino's ratio technique, therefore the finger bearer can. It's like, but you already admitted that Nanami's strength, which is relative to Yuji's, should be able to do some level of damage, and some level of damage is all that needs to be happening, because it weakens it beyond that and then just blows it away. That's all that matters. It doesn't need, like...
I think Nanami did some level of damage to Dagon too, but it was negligible.
I mean, you wouldn't be able to demonstrate that because you never see it, right?
I think it's expounded upon when he mentions the boundless HP. Boundless HP implies that although there's a high amount of this HP and it doesn't seem like it's going down, eventually this boundless HP, he's implying there's a limit to it. Well,
no, that's actually the opposite. Boundless would imply that no matter what he's doing, he could not wear it down. Like, no matter how many attacks Nanami threw, its health points would never go down. That's what he's referring to when he says boundless.
It wouldn't go down to a degree in which he can defeat it, correct? Because
all I'm saying is this, right? There's never once an implication based on showings or based on Nanami's own words that what he did was effective. Right? That's what I'm
saying as well. It wasn't effective. I'm saying the damage was negligible.
I'm saying, okay, let me give an example, right? When he breaks Mahito's arm, he doesn't say he is boundless HP. There's a differentiator. It's effective in blowing away a physical attribute, but it's not effective in terms of ending the fight. Yet Nanami doesn't make a similar analogy. The reason he's making that point there is specifically because Dagon cannot be hurt by his level of attack, which once again, Dagon being like a special,
Wait, no.
a disaster special grade doesn't even like.
Doesn't Nanami? What is the direct quote? Because I'm pretty sure he corrects himself, right? Because he at first he says something like, "I wasn't able to harm him." It's like, no, that's not correct. He actually just has boundless HP, and I believe this implies that, again, the damage that he's doing, it does exist. However, it's just negligible.
Huh?
He thinks, because I'm pretty sure he thinks the exact thing that you're arguing, right? At first.
Does he? Okay, let me ask you this: if he's correcting himself, does he ever say that he did do damage, or no?
No.
Okay, so then.
But I think that the implication of correcting himself is what he's saying is he's incorrect about him doing no damage. He says, no, that's not right, or something like that. I just don't remember the chapter. Otherwise, I'd be able to pull it up.
Fair enough. I'll go with this line as well. Just line of scaling. I mean, you have like Hanami being particularly durable as a curse. Obviously, Yuji's able to harm him in base.
Wait. So before we go into this next line of scaling, you said yeah, sure.
No, I mean yeah, sure. What?
What did you say?
My points still stand,
Yeah.
right? I'm offering a different line of like. I think I'm still saying I'm right. We're not going anywhere with the point. I'll argue from a different angle, right? That point is still that point. It's still like if you admit that like Nanami, like his regular strength is capable of hurting the finger bearer at all, obviously as you did by the Yuji comparison, then the ratio would bring it over the top, right? Because even let's say I steel man you for a second, right? And I say Nanami did do some extent of damage on Dagon. We only know that he did that level of damage with the ratio technique as well. And we know it was the ratio technique because we see the symbol, right? What I'm saying is, in base, quote unquote, Nanami can hurt the finger bearer because Yuji can. We've already acknowledged that. The ratio technique takes that. What's up?
It wasn't Ino's statement about specifically Nanami using his technique in
there's not
overworked mode?
There's not a single statement that alludes to him referring to the technique or overtime. In fact,
what is the actual direct quote then?
Yeah, I'll find it real quick. But yeah, let's see.
And come on, chat. Like, I could just give up and say the finger bearer loses, but is that really fun?
In fact, he actually, what he implied, like, seriously, if we're talking straight striking power, he might be on Nanami's level.
Yeah, so which Nanami is he talking about? Because you asserted that it was base, right?
I'm just saying.
Why do we think it's base?
Because Nanami exists in base form most of the time. Like, let me give you an example, right? If I say, damn, Megami hits almost as hard as Yuji, you don't assume he's talking about Black Flash amped Yuji, because most of the time, that's not the version of Yuji that is discussed. I just explained why.
I don't think it happening most of the time doesn't mean that they're not referring to their peak. I mean, Ino of all people,
if the peak is conditional, right? I'm not saying it's for sure, right? He could be talking about Nanami after 4 Black Flashes and overtime. He could be talking about a super hypothetical peak version of Nanami, sure, right? But what I'm saying,
is he not talking about peak Yuji right here? Did Yuji not take a second to charge his curse energy and charge his punch?
What I'm saying, right? Ino doesn't know Yuji, right? He's going off of what he saw now, right? He's saying based on that
as the strongest, right? He's going off of what he's seen that is the strongest.
He's literally just saying this is what Yuji strikes look like, because that's the only strike he's ever seen. As far as he knows, this is a default Yuji punch, right?
And that also happens to be the strongest he's ever seen Yuji or punch.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, they happen to be one and the same, right? We don't know, like, you would have to assume he's seen overtime Nanami, in assumption, right? And I'm not saying he hasn't. I'm just saying you're assuming that in the same way I'm assuming it's more than likely that it's base, right? I'm just saying that when your peak is conditional, it's more than likely that a character is talking about how you usually are, right? If I say Yuji is this strong, I'm more than likely not talking about him when he lands a Black Flash, which is a super conditional ability. It's something that he can access, but it's not how he is most of the time. I'm saying because of that, it's more than likely that he's referring to how Nanami is most of the time, and he says he's referring to striking power, meaning it's not the technique, and I think the implication, or what it's more likely to be, is that he's talking about Nanami in base, because Nanami, more often than not, just via the binding valve overtime, is in base form.
Yeah, I don't think the time that somebody spends in base or in their conditional form matters for Ino's judgment, because as I mentioned earlier, he's seeing Yuji for the first time as his strongest, right? And judging his strongest. And I think it's most likely of any character in the series to have seen Nanami's overtime to have been Ino.
Okay, can you demonstrate he's seen overtime then? Because if you can't, then there's no point.
I said it's the most likely.
Why?
Right?
What gives you that likelihood?
Because he's a person that spends the most time with Nanami.
Sir?
Currently, anyways.
When can you demonstrate he's ever been over? Like, Nanami is very punctual. You can just say he's never, like, they can spend a lot of time together, and Nanami's always been not going in overtime. There's no way to justify that. And
every single fight we've seen Nanami in, he goes into overtime.
That's objectively untrue. In the second fight with Mahito, he's not in overtime.
What second fight?
When he pulls up with Yuji.
Okay, well,
he's in overtime. It's during school hours.
He's in overtime more than not being in overtime.
That's, once again, objectively numerically incorrect. Most of the day he can't be in overtime.
No, I'm not saying he's most of the day he's in overtime.
In Volume 0, he's not in overtime. It's during the middle of the day.
Okay, so we see him. I'm pretty sure he's fought 4 times on screen. No.
Sure. Right. Mahito the first time.
2 of them being in overtime. 2 of them being in base.
So what is this most of the time?
Okay, so I completely forgot about Volume 0. But anyways, it's just as likely for him to be in base as it is for him to be in overtime. So him being punctual doesn't necessarily matter based on what we've seen in each fight.
Once again, right? you're cherry picking. Like, okay, let me give an example. It's like saying Yuji's just as likely to hit a Black Flash as he is not, just because he's hit a Black Flash a lot. You're cherry picking specific instances in which it's like, it is up, like, once again, it's not up for debate. It is objectively less likely for Nanami to be in overtime because of the way time works, right?
We're talking about 2 different points.
You're
talking about him being in overtime a specific amount of time. That's not what I'm referring to. I'm referring to him being in overtime in the battles that we've seen him on screen. And I don't care about what time
I'm saying that's irrelevant. I'm saying the author showing us something from a narrative perspective to show us a power is different than it being most of the it being like the average, right? The author Gege is not going to show us what happens on average, because what happens on average, not even he's not going to show us, but he's going to specifically highlight unlikely events. For example, Nanami hitting a Black Flash. He hits a Black Flash disproportionately, or we see him in a Black Flash rather, disproportionately to the amount of time he hits it. Does that make sense?
Can you say that one more time?
Okay, let me put it like this, right? Nanami's fought on screen, or he's been on screen like for fighting like 4 separate times, right?
Yeah.
We've seen him hit a Black Flash in one of those instances. Does Nanami hit a Black Flash 25% of his fights?
Does he? Yes. I mean, does that mean he's going to hit?
Because we know he's fought in other instances.
Oh, well, I thought you were referring to as to what we're seeing.
That's what but what I'm saying is what we're seeing is not indicative of everything that happens. That's what I'm getting at, right? If you say because we've seen him hit a Black Flash 1/4 of the time, therefore Nanami has a 25% chance of landing a Black Flash in every fight, you understand that that's an illogical stance.
Right, that is illogical, because I'm pretty sure Black Flash is like specifically stated to be a rare technique that almost nobody in the series
listen,
can do.
You're not understanding. Right? So what? I'm saying you're making an argument based on displays from the narrative. I'm making an argument based on what is most logical from a time perspective, right? Sorcerer's work during work days. Nanami like makes that pretty clear. He doesn't want to go overtime, right? It's something excuse me, he's reluctant to do, right? So if most of the time he's working, it would not be during overtime, then it makes the most sense that his majority of the time, his regular form is not that.
Yeah, I agree with you. Of course, the majority of the fights that he's been in, the ones that we don't see as well, are not in overtime due to his nature, right? He doesn't like to do, just like you said, he doesn't like to do it. However, that doesn't mean that Ino hasn't seen it, right? And just because we don't know whether or not Ino has seen overtime being explicitly stated, we know that Nanami does interactions go into overtime, right? So there's still a likelihood of Ino having seen this, being the sorcerer that spends the most time with them, because
Sure,
Nanami
right.
can't always control. Nanami can't always control how long the fights go after his preferred off time.
Sure, right. There's a possibility that seen it. And I don't even like, I'm making the point mainly to say that you can be pedantic about like whether or not he's talking about, but in any other scenario, you would understand that you're talking about the character as they are normally, right? When you're talking about how strong someone is, you're usually not talking about how strong they are on some very conditional ability. It's usually something that they are normally existing as. That's just what I would say. But I don't know if you want to, because we've been talking about this battle for a little bit. I don't know if you want to, like, we can both make closing thoughts, or if you have one more point, and then we can, but yeah, I can throw a poll up or whatever.
We can move on.
Okay. Do you want to say anything for closing?
You can go first.
All right. So I guess all I'll say is that I think that Nanami has better like AP durability feats and statements. The speed is like relatively ambiguous, but the finger bear doesn't really have anything in its arsenal that you could prove does any damage. So Nanami kind of just like weathers the storm and then one shots. That's all.
So I think Nanami being relative to Yuji doesn't really pose that much of a threat to the finger bearer, because the finger bearer didn't take much, or excuse me, Khan, who hurts the Hanami and the finger bearer, doesn't really damn. Never mind, I'll just drop this one, bro.
Okay. Cool. Chat, real quick, by the way, y'all getting on my nerves. Y'all pulled up for a random JJK. Y'all pulled up for a random JJK versus battle shit. If y'all are gonna complain about yapping, hold a timeout. Like, I don't know, like, get over it. That's what y'all pulled up for. If you don't like it, I promise you, no hard feelings. But y'all pulled up to see us debate about random shit. We're gonna debate about random shit. That's all it is, gang. If you're upset about it, fucking move on or bite your tongue. Jesus. God. Versus finger bearer.
I'll give this one up. There's no need for a poll. You got this one, King.
Cool. Let me see. Finger bear. I'll get finger bearer 2 off here. All right, you want to go first again?
Yeah, I'll go first.
All right, bet. Let's see. All right, gang. You got... Oh, well, this is interesting. You got adult Gojo. Oh, that's fun.
Okay.
All right. Chat, I gotta lock in. Chat, I got to lock it in. Hold on. What do I got? What? All right, chat.
Who'd you get?
I got Miyo.
Who was that?
You know the person that put that helped train Maki with sumo?
Oh yeah.
All right. You want to open or do you want me to open?
Nah, I opened last time. You go ahead.
All right. So I'll just put it like this, right? Miyo has sumo physical domain feats. Gojo has never on-screen done sumo or won a sumo match. There's no reason to believe that he could possibly win one against a renowned god of sumo in the JJK universe. I just don't see it.
What does sumo entail?
What does sumo entail?
Mm-hmm.
Hand-to-hand combat in which you submit your opponent and slam them into the ground really hard.
Do you think that those same rules or the same entailments can happen in a physical fight, even if you're not throwing someone to the ground?
What do you mean?
Basically, what I'm trying to ask you is, since sumo wrestling entails physical feats, That is the crux of it, correct? Do you agree with that?
Sure.
That is the end all be all. It doesn't matter whether or not you call it sumo at that point, if we could just extrapolate from physical feats.
I guess,
right?
but it would be like saying that like Gojo's good at basketball because he has good physical feats.
No, it's not.
Yeah, they're physical. Basketball's a
No.
physical sport. It's a physical
But
feat.
basketball is a physical sport that intertwines specific skills.
Sure. So does sumo. I'll give you the perfect example, right? So Miyo, here. Let me show you.
What skills are needed in sumo?
Let me show you, right? I don't like it's addressed. Miyo says that like I knew right away you would eat me up if I took you head on. Right there, he acknowledges there's a physical difference between him and Maki, right? So we already know that it's not just about being stronger or faster, because he, of his own admittance, says that he cannot tussle with her purely based on strength or speed, right?
Okay, so I get what you're saying. So physical feat or higher physical strength doesn't mean you win in sumo, but our characters are not sumo wrestling.
Well, I would actually argue that if Miyo invited Gojo to do sumo, that it's very in character for Gojo to indulge.
Him.
That's what he does in character.
Okay, let's just say he does put him in his domain. Why Gojo would just pop his domain?
Why?
Or use simple domain.
Once again, I think you're arguing out of
Gojo has no in character showings to indulge in a.
He does. He indulges in Jogo's domain. Because he could have popped his domain the moment Jogo says domain expansion, but he indulges.
Yeah, but in the instance where Gojo's trying to win a fight, right? That is also not being. He's also not occupied with anything else, as far as we know in this fight with Miyo. He doesn't indulge his opponent, unless they're just as strong as him. Clearly, right? Because you brought up a good point. He does indulge Jogo, but for the sake of teaching Yuji, and he does indulge Sukuna for the sake of fulfilling himself.
Okay, let me ask you this question. Do you think... I can give another example of him indulging. He indulges Paper Bag Guy. He allows him to use his technique instead of like immediately like opening with a maximum output
to
blue.
Teach him something, right?
To teach who? Paper Bag Man?
I thought, isn't that the whole point of that interaction? He wanted to teach him about Achilles in the heel, or Achilles in the hair, whatever he was talking to him about.
He's just explaining his curse technique. That's the analogy he uses.
That's the part he's indulging in, though. That's what I'm saying. Because as soon as
Gojo indulges
as soon as he finishes the explanation, he beats him without.
Sure, right? But Gojo explains his curse technique a majority of the time. Like that's what I'm saying is even explaining it is indulgence, right? That's the point I'm making. He allows him to get off his curse technique because it's interesting and because he thinks he's no threat to him.
Maybe we're thinking of two. When I'm talking about indulging, I mean going with what the other person wants him to do. Now, I'm not talking about just having a conversation. If you mean indulge by just having a conversation, that's not what I'm in reference to.
I'll give you another example. He does it when he even enters Shibuya.
To whom?
For even going into it, he knows it's a trap, right? He's like, all right, I got it. It don't matter to him because he's so supremely confident, right? He's not worried about that kind of stuff, right? Gojo's very rare, if ever, to go for a kill instantly, right? And all I'm saying is, if a interesting looking fellow says, all right, have a sumo match with me,
all right,
I think it's in character for Gojo to do it.
When Gojo is when he meets up with Sukuna, Kinjaku, and Arame, he doesn't ask Arame any questions, and he immediately attacks them.
Yeah, because Arame gets upset. Yeah, for sure. That's fair.
I feel like Arame comes out of nowhere trying to press him, right? Which is what Miyo would basically end up doing, considering the first thing he would do is pop his domain, correct?
I think he just asked, like, do you want to have a sumo match? And then the domain opens if Gojo agrees, yeah. Yeah,
okay, so then domains, as far as Gojo knows, domains are an aggressive manner in which fights are started or ended, right?
He
has no reason to think that this person opening a domain is going to become, end up being something completely harmless, such as a sumo match.
Okay, let me cut to a point real quick just to make sure. do you agree that if he does have a sumo match with Miyo, he'll lose? Like, I just want to make sure that we're arguing this to a point. Because if not, then
Well, not
arguing whether or not he
necessarily, because
indulges is...
it's kind of hard to like tell, because obviously Gojo's stronger than Maki, right? So it's like if you put up Godzilla versus Miyo, Miyo's not going to be able to overcome Godzilla because he knows how to sumo wrestle, right? So there is a level of strength that would overcome the gap in skill.
It could. It just, do we know Gojo
So
is capable
we don't know.
of it?
So what I'm saying is we don't know if Gojo's strength is high enough to overcome Miyo's skill in sumo, nor do we know if Neo's skill in sumo is high enough to overcome Gojo's strength. So we honestly are at a standstill for the sumo wrestling part that you keep bringing up.
Okay.
I'm talking about a fight.
No,
I'm
I
talking
agree.
about them actually killing each other.
I know, and I'm saying, I'm just talking about sumo to the death. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, like,
yeah, but Godzilla ain't human, bro. Let me.
Oh,
I gotta stop reading chat.
Listen. My point is this, right? My point is this: Maki wins because Miyo teaches her how to win, right? Obviously, that won't necessarily happen with Gojo, right?
Oh, it most definitely will. If they were to somehow actually get into a sumo match where Gojo agrees, Gojo would end up winning because he's stronger than Maki. He's also smarter than Maki. So if he's taught how to do it, he would...
No. That what I'm saying. I'm not saying that Gojo's incapable of earning. I'm saying that Miyo only taught Maki because she looked tense, something that Gojo just generally doesn't, right? What I'm saying is Gojo not being tense.
No. Is that the only reason he taught her? Because she's tense.
Here, I will literally show you. You're too tense, girl. It's taking away your edge. Do you like sumo? He then beats her ass and then is like, talk to me about it. What's wrong? Like, dead ass. Like, that's not even that's not a bit.
Okay, he can beat Gojo in a sumo match. I don't care about this. Can we move on to like something interesting?
I know, and okay, cool. Okay,
who cares if he beats him in a sumo?
Cool. We're good. That's all I wanted to say. In fact, you win, gang. That's actually, I'm gonna take what I can get. I appreciate you indulging, bro. Gojo wins. All right, I'll get Miyo off here. All right, let's see. Where the fuck is Miyo at?
This fucking sumo shit.
Bro's not locked in, chat. Bro's not locked in. Hold on. All right, Gojo versus Miyo. All right, going first again?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Cool. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, never mind. You got Kirara. All right, cool. Kirara versus... No, this is gonna be annoying, bro. Shit. Oh my god. Bro, what? Okay. Kirara versus Todo. I opened last time. Go ahead, gang. Hold on. First, before you do, a word from our sponsor. And by that, I just mean the super chats. Dodge, thank you for the 5. Who do you think wins between Sukuna JJK versus Mikuro from Yu Hakusho? I don't know who... Hold on. I don't remember who Mikuro is. Mikuro... Let me see. Yu Hakusho. Yu Hakusho. Oh, this motherfucker don't look all that strong. I'm gonna say Sukuna off aura. I also don't scale Yu Hakusho like that, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. Shout out, thank you for the 5. Nanami's relative to Yuji. Yuji was hurting Hanami, so he should be able to kill the finger bearer type shit. That's what I was saying, gang. And Chance, thank you for the 2. Love the channel. Appreciate you, gang. Thank you. M3D, thank you for the 5. What are even the rules of the sumo match? Sumo rules are ambiguous. It really could just be a regular fight. Kind of low-key what I was saying. I think sumo is just a regular fight, but I did concede, so I got to give it up. And then Picasso Magana, thank you for the 2. Can I request Maki versus Yuji? If the wheel allows for it, then I'm down. If the wheel allows for it, then I'm down. All right. All right. So go ahead and open, gang.
Okay. So, I think Kirara would be able to get off their curse technique because Todo always starts his fights, as far as I'm concerned, at least 1v1 fights, or the like fights that he starts specifically, even if someone joins in afterwards, with a question, right? Whether or not, especially if it's a human. So it's like whether or not Kirara's into men or women, or whatever the question is, what kind of women do you like? Whatever he asks. That would give Kirara the time to activate their curse technique. And as far as I know, Todo is smart. I'm not gonna take that away from him. But being as smart as Megami, I don't think any feat has shown, or he's shown any specific showings to show that he's on Megami's level of intelligence. And in fact, I don't even think Megami's level of intelligence specifically is what helped him figure out that curse technique. I think is the fact that he read random books and remembered random facts. So even if you're intelligent, it doesn't necessarily dictate that you'd be able to figure out Kirara's curse technique.
Okay. Let me ask you this. How do you think Kirara beats Todo?
How do I think she beats... they beat Todo? Shoot, I actually don't remember how that the fight, like, I don't remember what happens like whenever they try to hit Kirara. Do you know what chapter that is? Like, I don't know if Megami gets hit by some negative effect or something like that as he's trying to hit them.
156 if you're looking for around when that fight is happening. Let's see. I can give you a direct feat, in fact, if you're looking for Todo Megami intelligence, by the way.
Go ahead while I'm looking for this.
Yeah, so the cursed buds that Hanami shoots.
I knew you were going to bring this one up.
Yeah, Megami doesn't understand how they work, and in fact plays into it poorly. Todo does and figures it out. They just directly respond to a technique. One does it wrong, the other does it right.
Right, so I believe, while I'm still looking for this, one is street intelligence and one is one is street smart, one is book smart, right? Megami's book smart, Todo's street smart. Correct? Would you agree with that?
No, I would agree. I would say that both of them are because I would say that based on Todo's own IQ statement, he's both. He's
his own IQ statement?
Correct.
Why is Todo a reliable narrator on whether or not he is that smart? Smart specifically? Has he taken an IQ test?
Yeah. Because
really?
he mentioned his IQ.
I don't think he has.
No, he has, because he mentioned his IQ. So that means he had to take an IQ test.
Yeah, I can mention my IQ as well, but that doesn't mean I've taken an IQ test.
But you have, though.
I haven't, though.
Yes, you have. Because what's your IQ? Go ahead.
You
don't know it because you haven't taken one.
See?
You haven't. You don't know because you haven't taken one. Todo knows his IQ, which means he took one.
Lagged, bro. Can you hear me still?
I can hear you.
Working?
I can hear you.
Chat, were you able to hear me?
Yeah, we could hear you, gang. Don't worry about it.
I don't think my mic picked up what I meant to say.
No, we got you.
Which is my IQ is actually 1 billion. Although
it's too late. It's too late. You admitted it. You don't know your IQ and you didn't take the test. Todo knows his IQ, which means he took the test.
No, I don't think those two correlate.
We just proved it in real time.
Maybe sound, but it's not valid.
We just proved it in real time.
Anyways, yeah, I think although Todo is able to figure out Hanami's stuff is not overall complicated in my opinion, and obviously to Todo either. And I just think Megami in the heat of battle wasn't thinking correctly, right? Because usually he doesn't do things like that where he acts before he. Usually he doesn't do things where he acts before he thinks, to where it would end up in him dying without any kind of victory. So I just think Todo hasn't shown any what's the phrase for facts nobody knows?
I don't know, trivia?
It's like random trivia, yeah, sure. I don't think Todo has any, maybe he could figure it out eventually, but he definitely wouldn't figure it out in any timely manner, right? And wait, what rules are we going under for these battles? Because what is the win condition?
Win, concede, or get removed from the battlefield.
Get removed from the battlefield?
Yeah, standard versus not just walking a couple of meters away, getting sent across the planet or sent to another dimension, shit like that.
I think thank you for bringing that up. But I think being put in a situation where you can no longer battle the person that you're trying to battle would be ultimately result in removal from the battlefield, even if they're still right next to you.
Huh?
Right? Because if you cannot participate in the battle anymore, you have no means of fighting the other person. You might as well be the loser because the other person still has means of fighting you.
I mean, I guess my point would just be you can still be looking for it, but The reason I sent you the chapter is so you could see Kirara has no means of damaging Hikari. Like, if having no means of winning is the losing condition, then Kirara loses just by entering the battlefield. Okay, give me
they do.
Give me an AP
I don't need
feat.
to give you an AP feat.
Okay.
I don't think Todo strengthens his eyeballs with his curse energy. All Kirara would have to do is imbue their fingers with curse energy and stab Todo in the eyes with both their fingers.
You'd have to show me they do that in character. Because like if you say in character Todo doesn't imbue his eyes with curse energy, debatable. Then I would just say in character Kirara doesn't stab people in their eyes. You can't plug your controller in when it's convenient, right? Like, come on now, gang.
Okay, then I think the fight would just be a stalemate. I don't think either one of them wins, but Kirara has the advantage in the fight. I'll just say that. I don't really care, because Kirara doesn't have any more showings than just this one. So go ahead.
All right, we'll throw it up on the poll, gang. We'll throw it up on the poll. Let's do it.
Wait, you have nothing else.
What, bro?
You want to say?
What would you want? What would you want me to say? Like, honestly, bro, like low key, a blitz. Low key, a blitz is like viable because.
See, right? That's what I thought too. But in character, Todo doesn't do that.
Yes, he does. He can ask the question and then blitz. He does that to Megami. Hey, what's your type?
Yeah, but he waits for a response. He waits for a response.
For sure, right? Yeah. But I'm saying waiting for the response is not necessarily clue Kirara into I'm about to get power bombed into the concrete at the speed of sound. It didn't clue Megami in. And I would say Megami has better intelligence feats than Kirara. I would even say that's a
street smart. That's a street smarts thing.
What? What are you talking
Megami.
About?
He. It's just like experience in battle. I don't think that's necessarily Megami's strong suit in comparison to like what he knows from like what he reads in school and stuff like that.
I mean, like Awasaka and Reggie like would both like to disagree, but I don't even need to do that, right? Even if you think that his like tactical or battle IQ is incomparable to his like well of intelligence, that's fine. You just can't demonstrate that Kirara has any better than him. And I don't even need to say that Megami has it better. It's just that if you can't prove Kirara has better, then they're likely to get caught up by the same thing. Hey, who do you like? I don't know. Frauds with fake Jordans and like sometimes purple hair. Todo's like, Here's the thing, because it's a battle too, right? Even if he rocks with Kirara because of that, it dictates that they're going to fight. So he's like, we'll definitely talk about this later. Blitz power bomb, which is like all I saw. But that's all.
Do we ever see Kirara activate their curse technique?
Do we ever
see? Do we see it like verbatim stated? Like this is the activation of the technique?
Yeah.
Or does it just happen to where we don't see it? I don't remember.
I can show you. We don't see the first activation, but we do see Kirara activate it, yeah. Give me 1 second.
Okay, so well, that's good enough. You don't have to actually find it for me. If we don't see the first activation, but we know it's been activated, then, well, actually...
No, gang, that's not what I mean.
It's kind of ratty. It's kind of ratty. Let me see where it happens.
First of all, listen, bro, ratty on this stream ain't a problem. I'm not mad at that. But what I'm saying is, it would be like saying we didn't see the first blue Gojo ever activated, therefore it's passive. It's like,
no, bro. That's exactly what I'm saying. I don't want to do that.
No. I'm saying even if you wanted to make that argument, it's fine. I have the counter. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Hold on.
Where does the activation happen?
Let me show you. Give me 1 second. I gotta find it. This Hikari section, I didn't realize I intentionally obscured from my mind. Let me 2 seconds though. So here.
Wait, does Kirara not? She literally jumps on a car.
Yeah, what about it?
Or they jump on a car.
Okay. What does that have to do? Like. Cool.
I just didn't. I didn't remember that they did anything. I thought they just stood there the whole time.
Fuck.
So what I'm seeing is, if Kirara has things in their general vicinity to use to attack, that's what they'll do.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So. Yeah. So I think
it's just not a win con.
Not necessarily, but I mean, Kirara has a lot of piercings. No.
Yeah.
You can take them out and imbue them with curse energy and then throw them at Todo's eyes.
Once again, I would question in character, and once again, I would just say Todo just reacts and responds. like as he does to other attacks that are prone to pierce him.
Okay, yeah, I'm good with leaving this at a draw.
All right, well, I'll put it up because I personally think Todo wins, right? So I'll put it up. I'll put it up for
Okay,
chat.
so wait, the most contentious thing is whether or not he's gonna blitz her, right? Or blitz them, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think the blitz is obvious.
When does the activation happen?
I sent it to you and I put it on stream. It's physical contact. Does it with Divine Dog and then does it? Let me see.
No, is that the curse technique activating itself after it's been triggered by Kirara, or is that the first time that they're like saying X curse technique name and then the curse technique is in play? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
no, I hear what you're saying, right? And I'm saying we don't have the first active. Like, there are other instances of the technique being activated that are off screen. What I showed stream and what I'm showing you are instances where we've seen them activate, like, make the mark and then activate the technique. We do not see the first.
Make the mark.
Yeah, the mark.
In the picture you showed me, is that her making? Is that them? Oh, I didn't see the second picture you sent.
Yeah.
Oh, physical contact on her part, or damn, on their part.
Yeah.
Did she touch Khan?
Yeah.
Or is Khan just?
No, they touch Khan. Let's see.
They really touch Khan? How did they touch Khan?
Booped him on the nose.
I feel like you're capping, bro.
I'm being
like,
no, I'm being dead ass because before that Megami's curse energy isn't marked.
Was it 155 that happened?
Hold on.
Oh my god, this fight sucks.
No, 154.
What? Wait, so hold on a second. It doesn't look like Kirara's meaning to physically touch Khan. It looks like Khan actually just touches her or them. Damn it. And then just gets repelled. Is that what's actually happening?
I mean, I'm not ratting. I'm just not making a distinction between Khan touching them and them touching Khan.
Okay,
like
okay.
They activated it, like Khan touched their hand, and then we see the mark thing, right?
Okay, so regardless if Kirara intends for the mark to be, or intends to touch a person, or whether or not they touch them, the mark is applied. So
yeah,
essentially,
with their hands.
What it looks like it touched their arm to me. But anyways,
yeah, go ahead.
Khan is faster than Kirara, clearly, right?
No.
Because Khan has to cover a pretty large distance, and all Kirara is able to do is just put up their hands.
All the sure, if that's what you're saying. I was like Kirara reacts on screen. It's not, Khan didn't like blitz them. Sure.
Kirara would have to be faster. I mean, Khan would have to be faster than Kirara, right?
Not necessarily. It's not necessary for it to be the case because a win condition for them is just to put their hands up. But regardless, right? Like Khan moves further.
I need to attack that point specifically.
Okay.
I don't think, as far as we know, we don't have any indication of a specific body part having to be touched, right?
We only see one, so it would just be there's no statements or anything else that says to the contrary. It'd be like assuming Megami can summon shadows without a hand sign, just because, you know, he's never literally said, I need each hand sign for, it's like, it's shown that way, it's described, or there's no contradictory description or feat.
How did Panda get marked?
Marked Panda well before Panda knew what their technique was. But we don't see it. I think Panda's already marked. Let's see.
Interesting.
But you want me to put the poll up?
Yeah, you can put the poll up.
Cool. All right, chat.
I'm gonna be right back.
Do your thing. Let me read these super chats while y'all do that. Let's see. M3D thing with the 2. That battle IQ feat isn't valid. Todo had more knowledge. Yeah, bro, I know he had more knowledge. Shut up. I know that. Come on, chat. Like, I know. I'm not, like, don't get me wrong. You know, I'm telling the truth, wink. But, like, you know, I know that Todo, like, saw Megumi get hit by the buds before, right? But, you know, I was banking on Tessero not. You know what I mean? So, that's kind of what it is.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah,
I actually did forget about that.
Yeah.
Todo being informed.
Mm-hmm.
That's the price I pay for not going back through the earlier parts of Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah, bro. M3D, and that's why I didn't read that super chat. And I was like, M3D, shut the fuck up, bro. Damn, let me cook.
That's how you know I'm not reading chat, because otherwise I would have used it.
God, bro. Like, fuck. I know that
When I
shit.
vote for myself, I'm gonna vote for myself.
Do your thing, gang. Do your thing. Let's see. This shit is not looking very close. But let me go ahead and what up, Kirara?
Damn, chat. Where's the love?
Damn,
God.
chat said, fuck you, gang. That's crazy. Alright. Alright, let's see.
Hold on. Emma C. Hold on. Let's have a heart to heart for 1 second.
Fuck.
Emma C. What do you mean I can't take an L? What do you mean by that?
You pick up the mic. You've been chosen from the crowd.
Cause let me check something. You know what? Let me show you something. Let me show you something in chat, Emma C. Hold on, I got you, King. You see that blue wrench?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
So
I'll be waiting for your response.
That blue lens shiny. All right, anyways. All right, cool. I'm gonna end this poll. Let's see. Cool.
Thank you, Spooku. I should call you Spooky since you misspelled my name. That's what I'll do. I'll call you Spooky.
All right, Todo versus Kirara. All right, rolling for Tessero once more. Let's go. Bro got Inumaki.
Oh, God.
Nah, you got it, gang. You got it. Get in your bag.
Is it getting my bag? What bag?
I got adult Gojo, gang. Do you want to do this? We don't have to do this. We can just go to a fun matchup.
Let's see. Just give me a second to think.
Yeah, do your thing, man. Please take your time.
No, I don't want to do this. No.
All right, bet. Yeah,
not this one. Chad, I'll spare you. I'll spare you my ramblings on Inumaki.
Yeah, let's go and get Inumaki out of here.
Shit yourself. Oh my god.
Fuck. Okay. Cool.
I got Inumaki M3D.
All right, let's run up the next one. It's your gang. It's your turn. Let's see who you get. Run it up. Bro got random. No. Random claw guy.
Oh god.
You know the guy Megami throws over
Yes.
Yeah, him.
I remember him.
Bro, if it makes you feel any better, I got Kechizu. Like, the fuck. Oh my god, bro.
Random claw guy. Do you remember what chapter Random claw guy has his one showing?
You might want to look at 167. Let me see.
God damn, if you're right, that's crazy.
No. Too early. 168.
Oh, I think it's next chapter. Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah.
I remember that random shit.
Fuck. Yeah, it's not looking good for you, gang.
It's not.
It's not looking great for me, but it's not looking good for me. Fuck.
You can start with Kechizu.
All right. He's got feats.
Yeah.
That almost is dead ass my point. Okay, so I guess I'll go for durability. Survives like multiple like Yuji fucking haymakers that can damage Hanami. And blood can damage and kill opponents over the course of 15 minutes.
Hold on.
What up, gang?
Say that again. I'm so sorry. I was reading the chapter and I wasn't able to process what you were saying. Go ahead.
You're good. Just gets hit by Yuji multiple times, and that's a Yuji like post Hanami fight. It's able to survive all of that without dying or really even being in a near death state for durability.
Oh, I'm just gonna give this one up. The Claw guy has nothing. He blocked one attack from Megami and then just proceeds to die. I'm good off that one, bro.
Yeah, bro. That's probably for the best. Oh, we get a random Claw guy out of here, bro. Fuck,
yeah,
Chad.
please get him out.
Chad, I know you were really vying. Hold on, Chad. Why are there so many? No. I'm tripping out down here. I know you guys were vying for random Claw guy versus like Kechizu to be like the heavy fucking hitter of this battle, but unfortunately, all right, random. All right, okay, I'll just do Kechizu. I'll spin the wheel for you. Kechizu. God, bro.
There's no poll, Chad. I gave that one up. Random
Claw guys. Fuck. You got current. No, you got Yuta Volume 0. That might be worse. Okay. Yuta Volume 0 versus Chat. Who am I getting? Chat, who am I getting? Come on, lock me into some. Is that Adult Gojo? Chat, I swear this shit ain't rigged.
You got Adult Gojo?
I got Adult Gojo.
Okay, I'll start.
All right, go ahead.
So, as far as I recall, wait, what? By Adult Gojo, which Adult Gojo are you referring to? Because there's a lot, it's kind of like pretty imperative to my argument.
Gojo before he dies to Sukuna, like Shinjuku.
So the strongest version of Gojo?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't think Rika got any stronger from Volume 0 to Shinjuku or whatever the Battle Royale fight was.
Mm-hmm.
So Gojo said something about losing his life if he fights Rika to the higher ups.
It's pretty vague. What specifically did he say?
I'm pretty sure he said something like, "If it comes down to it, I'll die."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he died to Rika.
If it comes down to it, but can you prove it would come down to it?
Give me the chapter, bro.
I think it's probably chapter 3 of Volume 0.
Okay, hold on. I'll look that up. I don't
bro,
remember exactly what he said.
I'm definitely lying to you. It's chapter 2 of Volume 0. In fact, fuck it. I'll show you the statement, bro. I don't know why I'm doing this. I know where the fuck it is. Let's see. Okay. Here you go. I sent it to you and I put it up on screen. Go ahead, gang. Get it off. Do your thing.
Let me read this shit real quick. Oh yeah, okay. He says he would have risked his life to stop Rika and Yuta, right? Which implies because Gojo's a pretty cocky guy, right? So I don't think he would say anything that would demean himself, unless for some reason he truly felt that way, right? That's what he said to Geto in his like afterlife conversation after Sukuna beats him. So basically what I'm saying is Gojo's saying this with purpose. He means it, meaning that this fight with Rika would be life risking.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
I risk my life walking across the street, so that's fine.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. By definition, I do. Risk is just a situation that involves any danger, and danger is just the possibility of harm or suffering. So risking my life just means putting myself in any amount of danger that can cause me any amount of suffering.
But in that sense, everything that you can name, any scenario you could come up with is risking your life.
Correct.
Standing still and breathing.
Yeah.
So I think it would be redundant for Gojo to say he's risking his life if he's already currently risking his life.
Gojo's a redundant character. He says things over and over. He calls himself the strongest a lot. Being redundant isn't out of Gojo's wheelhouse.
when does he doesn't call himself the strongest over and over.
He calls himself the strongest multiple times. And he says I'd win against Sukuna multiple times. That's by definition redundant.
Okay, well, I don't think Gojo speaks without purpose, right? I don't think his words don't mean anything.
It does.
Right?
Don't get me wrong. The sentence can be redundant and mean something.
It could not mean anything if what he's saying is I'll risk my life to do this, or I'd have to risk my life if he's risking his life doing everything. He'd literally just be speaking nonsense. Like he might as well have not even opened his mouth. Gege is trying to convey some kind of meaning to us.
Mm-hmm.
Gege, if there's no meaning in his statement.
Okay, you know what? I'll be somewhat charitable, right? I'll ask you this: do you think Sukuna risked his life against Gojo?
Yeah.
Did Sukuna win?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna need a stronger argument than risk your life.
Well, does Gojo have a domain at this point?
We already said Shinjuku.
Oh shit!
So
sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
I was staring at the picture and I just went back to.
Don't even worry about it, Genya.
Is Rika wait? Well, damn. Volume 0 Yuta doesn't even have a domain.
Not provable, at least.
How about this? Gojo and Geto are considered the strongest, right?
Were like 10 years ago, but yeah.
I don't think there's any difference between that Gojo and the Gojo who comes out of the fight with Toji.
Okay.
Right, and then thus the only difference between the Gojo who comes out of the fight with Toji and the current or the late Gojo is he has a domain, right, and he's able to activate Infinity.
The Limitless is always on.
Right. So what I'm trying to say is, damn, wait, that's not a good argument.
Because
I almost started arguing for
Geto.
Bad. What the fuck? I almost started arguing for Geto.
Oh shit.
Volume 0. I'll just say this, chat. He doesn't have any ability to combat a domain, which is what I think the battle would ultimately come down to. So I'm just gonna give that one up. Rip Yuta.
Okay. I'm gonna keep Yuta. I'm gonna take Gojo off. I'm gonna take a Gojo off, bro. He's ran his fucking course. He's been here for 4 battles or some shit. Let's see.
I probably shouldn't say that because I might get Geto. Hopefully I get to bring that back up. I almost started arguing for Geto.
That's funny as hell. All right, let's roll, bro. Let's hope luck's on your side for once.
Okay.
Oh shit. Oh, you got Yuta again. I think in Gojo's body this time though. So that's interesting. Hey, bro. Best of both worlds, right? All right.
I guess.
All right, let's see. Oh fuck, Mahito. Oh yeah, chat. I'm about to get in my bag. All right. Who opened? Did you?
For the last one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did with Yuta. You didn't even get to say anything about Gojo, really.
Fuck.
So yeah,
All
you can start.
Okay. Let's see. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Okay. Yuta just has no win cons. He can't whatchamacallit? He can't damage a soul based on what we've seen. And then after technique burnout of using a domain, if he decides to use it, the fight's over. Also, 5-minute timer. Because Kenjaku, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, 5-minute timer.
Yeah,
that's no issue, really.
Okay.
So, Yutojo is... I'm not going to call him that. I'm sorry. Yuta is... he's obviously as proficient with the domain as Sukuna is. And Sukuna is the most proficient... As far as we know, Sukuna is the most proficient domain or barrier user. Or domain user, not barrier user specifically, domain user. So, as far as I know, if they get into a clash, Mahito's going to lose. And if Mahito's curse technique is burnt out, he's going to be put on the back burner because he can just... I'm pretty sure Actually,
Gojo.
as far as we know, can Mahito maintain his entire body if it's destroyed after as curse technique burnout is happening? Because I know he could still use his curse technique to some degree, but you know what I'm trying to say?
I mean,
Like,
his technique he just recovers from burnout very quickly. Is how I would say it. And he's also like unironically no funny shit, right? For chat, I'll get back to squeak squeak rat in a little bit, but
doesn't
what he recovers his technique extremely fast. He literally recovers it in the scope of like 2 panels.
After hitting a black flash.
Sukuna hit like 7.
No, what I'm saying is, unless he hits a black flash, we have no evidence to say that he would recover it just as fast.
I mean, we see it in the first time he opens a domain. He recovers it extremely quickly.
No, hold on. Well, recover is entailing something that I'm not meaning. Recover is, I'm not meaning to say that he loses his curse technique, because we know you do not lose your curse technique. We just know it's hard to use. I'm pretty sure that's stated with Uro.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's not going to lose it. I'm just saying he's going to have it at a much lower efficiency.
Sure.
So it's like, would the efficiency that he has it survive a purple?
Well,
or survive can maybe no, not purple, because if they're in a clash, wait, no, if they're in a clash, Yuta's not going to, he's not going to drop his domain. They're not going to be in a hand-to-hand fight. I had a weird scenario in my head. So if Mahito loses a clash, which he will, he's then forced to, with a completely lowered efficiency curse technique, fight a domain amped Yuta who has the ability to use purple and whatnot, can obliterate Mahito's entire body.
Yeah, I just don't think they're gonna domain clash. I think Mahito, in seeing Gojo right in front of him, is very well aware that if he clashes with what he perceives to be the strongest sorcerer on the planet, he'll lose. So whenever he's in a situation in which using a domain, normally is unviable, he uses a 0.2, which he does. And I think he idle transfigures Yuta, and then I think he gets in there and starts mixing shit up, bro. Also, like, yeah.
Wait, hold on.
What's your point?
Yuta. Okay, Yuta knows how to use Gojo's domain, even though we've never seen him do it, right? We're supposed to gain this knowledge.
We've seen Yuta use Gojo's domain.
Sorry. I meant like before he actually used it. I'm saying that we know that Yuta is capable of using it because he's used it, even though we have no indication that this is something he was practicing specifically when he was doing the soul swap with Gojo. So what I then say is Yuta's obviously going to be able to know a less mastery or lower mastery technique in terms of the domain, or in terms of Jujutsu techniques hierarchy, like simple domain, right? And if Todo can react to a 0.2 domain, then Yuta, who is stronger than Todo, faster and more proficient with Jujutsu, in every way.
Yuta's just unwieldy in Gojo's body. Like,
what does that mean? Unwieldy?
I mean, okay, so you know how like Captain Ginyu got weaker when he switched to Goku's body, even though Goku's body is categorically stronger? Yuta suffers from a similar thing, and we see that.
Do we think he's weaker than himself?
You just can't prove he's using it properly. He's saying that he's using his own limbs wrong.
Ronin.
He's saying that he's using his own limbs incorrectly.
No, I'm his own limbs, because his limbs are different.
Mm-hmm.
Why does that mean his curse energy output,
nobody's saying his curse energy output's different. I'm just saying
not his output, his efficiency. Right? At the very base level, right, his efficiency would carry over to him, because he's not switching personalities with Gojo.
Sure.
He's just putting himself in his body. Thus, at the very least, his curse energy efficiency would be his own level. Right? It doesn't have to be Gojo's level. Obviously, it's not Gojo's level. And I'm sure he has some kind of well, I'm not even going to argue about a boost. So, at the very least, it's Yuta's own level of curse energy efficiency, correct? And output. His output shouldn't change either. So just because he's having trouble using limbs, which are actually physically different, doesn't mean that he would have trouble using fundamentals in which he's practiced over and over again,
I mean,
which do not change based on your curse technique or body.
I mean, the fundamentals do change based on your body. Like applying your cursed energy in different amounts across your different body. He has less. There's different, like Yuta's functioning under
We're talking
completely
about
different circumstances.
Curse techniques, right? We're not talking about his physical body.
Wait, I'm confused at what you're getting at then. Like I'm saying that Yuta now has less cursed energy, right? Which we don't disagree.
Yuta has less curse energy than who? Himself?
Than himself usually.
Oh yeah, okay.
Okay, cool. So that's different,
Because
right?
Gojo has less curse.
Because Gojo has less cursed energy, right? So who's to say that he can even output as much as he usually could? If his control is the same and his amount is less, how can you determine his output is the same?
It would have to be similar because he's able to use a technique at the highest level of the Jujutsu hierarchy in terms of techniques.
No, it doesn't. All it means is that using a domain could be significantly below Yuta's level, which probably makes sense considering that he's a special grade.
Which is fine because that's the most curse energy he would have to output in the fight. So if he's shown the ability to use his curse energy efficiency to do that, then he wouldn't have trouble doing anything in Gojo's body in terms of curse energy efficiency and the output.
But we know that's not true because he can't even aim a purple or use blue properly, right? Just because he can open a domain doesn't mean that every aspect of using a technique then follows under that. Blue is easier than a red. Red is easier than purple. Purples should, I guess, be easier than a domain. Yet Yuta can open a domain just fine, but can't use blue, right? He's specifically good at the traits that he needed to be, or the ones that are like much more viable in this fight, namely domain. Because without a domain, pulling up on
couldn't use blue.
I mean, he misses. He fucks it up, right? Like
does he miss it because Sukuna is just faster, or is he just like actually out of control? I don't remember.
Here, let me go to it. Not only do we know he does not constrain purple properly, but he also
I do remember that.
Sukuna literally just says he misfired.
That's fine. If he can't do, I'm not. What I'm saying is, hold on. I never argued that he can do the same things that Gojo can do. What I'm saying is he shouldn't have issue doing any techniques after being shown doing the domain. And although he can't do purple as well as Gojo can, he can still perform the technique. Is what I'm saying. I never once tried to argue that because he can do domain, he's as efficient at using Gojo's techniques as Gojo.
Okay, no, I agree. But what is your point then?
So what I'm saying is, you tried to bring up, because I tried to say that Mahito would have trouble dealing with Gojo because after he wins the domain clash, or uses simple domain, or it was either what Gojo does to Mahito after the domain clash, or why he would be able to use simple domain. Because you brought up him having trouble, like, what was the word you used? Whatever. Anyways, you basically said that Yuta wouldn't be able to do these things, or would have a lot of trouble doing these things because he was having trouble in Gojo's body, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So what I'm saying is, simple domain is not. Excuse me. Goddamn. Simple domain is not like a family technique, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's something that he could get used to, even outside of the swap training with Gojo. I'm not gonna make that argument though, because there's no point. We don't ever see him do anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm saying is, he could have a simple domain in Gojo's body, or could have trained simple domain in Gojo's body, in the instance that he loses a domain clash, right? I think Yuta is a pretty cautious guy, from what we see. So I think he would have to have, or I think it would be imperative for him, based on his personality, to, if he did not already know simple domain, to at least have practiced it in some capacity with Gojo.
I mean, I think there are plenty of cautious characters who don't know simple domain, or don't use it in any capacity.
Yeah, I'm not saying that he should know it or should use it. I'm saying that the reason I brought that up is because it should be something that he's somewhat focused on being able to do, if he cannot already. considering the circumstances that he's fighting the hardest battle he's ever fought in his life. And if he loses, as far as he knows, everyone's finished.
I disagree, just because it's already, if he loses the domain clash, he's already finished. Like having
but that wouldn't happen.
Having a simple no. That's, I'm saying in the context of the Sukuna gauntlet, right? I'm saying Yuta needing to use a simple domain is already indicative of his usefulness being gone, right? Because if he's using a simple domain instead of a domain, it's over, right? He probably can't open another one. Obviously, outside of the context of switching to Gojo's body, blah, 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 wooty, wooty, whoop, extenuating circumstances, who gives a fuck, right? The point I'm making is there's no point in Yuta learning a simple domain, because in both instances of popping into the fight, his intention was to end it in a domain battle in one shot, right? And when he pulls up the first time, he's like, all right, I want to end it in a domain. He dies, almost, goes into Gojo's body. His intention is to hit him with purple and blow his dumbass to smithereens, right? Neither instance relies on fighting outside of the domain. His intention is exclusively to work on barrier.
We know that Yuta intended to fight Sukuna outside of the domain. His body just wasn't able to keep up with his copy technique anymore. So you're definitely right that was his initial plan. But we also know that he has a plan B in the instance that domain clash does not end the fight. That he's willing and goes in to fight Sukuna hand to hand.
Wait, when? So, when is he?
It was like whenever he fell on the ground. Him, Yuji, and Todo came out of the smoke trying to pull up on Sukuna, and then he falls onto the floor. Right?
Sure.
Right? Am I remembering that correctly?
No, you're correct. I'm just failing to see why that means he has a simple domain.
No, I'm saying he's willing to fight Yuta or Sukuna in situations that do not involve the domain. So while I agree that he could have mainly focused on using Gojo's domain, that doesn't mean that he's just going to forego everything else in the instance that his plan doesn't work, because clearly the things that he had trouble with, right? Physical hand-to-hand with Sukuna, he was willing to do that again after the domain clash happened, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think while I'm not saying that this means he has a simple domain, it's more likely that he would have countermeasures in the instance that his main plan did not work. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay. Cool.
And in the instance that he survives or reacts to Mahito's point 2 domain just as Todo did, and I think he would do it faster than Todo. Do you have an issue with that?
Even if he reacts like Todo did, I mean, he still takes like pretty critical damage, and I would just say Yuta's not as intelligent or as quick acting. What do you mean? Todo,
why would he take any damage?
Todo used his simple. You said if he uses his simple domain like Todo did, Todo used his simple domain like Todo did and lost his arm or lost his hand.
Todo used it like Todo did. No, I'm saying that it's a matter of speed, right?
And I'm just saying you can't demonstrate that Yuta has it better. Like he's faster.
But do you agree? You agree that it is a matter of speed, correct?
Sure.
Okay, so if he's able to, do you think Mahito's faster than Sukuna in any means?
Than the Sukuna that Yuta fights? Yeah. There are plenty of versions of Sukuna that I would say or not even that I have to prove Mahito's faster, just that the obvious Sukuna scale doesn't really matter. Like Yuta never fights a remotely close to full power Sukuna. In fact, it's so far from it.
He does?
No, he doesn't. In fact, it's so far from it that Yuta verbatim says, if Gojo hadn't weakened him, Sukuna would have healed and instantly killed us. I'll show you.
No, right I believe you with that.
So the Sukuna he's fighting doesn't have any scaling. It's just like just a vaguely weaker guy.
I'm saying like, okay, weaker. Obviously, he's weaker than his full power. But why does that mean Mahito's stronger than him?
I retracted that. I'm just saying that you can't, like, bringing up Sukuna's irrelevant because Yuta's never relative to a Sukuna that we know the like cross scaling of, if that makes sense.
Okay,
right?
He's relative to Yuji, right?
I would say Yuji's faster. Like we see instances where Yuji's
no way you'd say Yuji's faster.
Yeah.
Like when they're punching Sukuna in his domain.
Yeah, I can show you an instance of Yuji being faster. I got you. Give me 1 second.
Okay, are they relative? Yuji's
faster.
Or is Yuji blitzing?
I'm not saying Yuji's blitzing. I'm not saying Yuji's blitzing.
I understand you're saying he's faster. Are they relative?
I'll say they're not. He's not blitzing Yuta. No, probably not.
Answer the question. Are they relative or not?
Like.
Oh my god,
Yuta might. Yuta might be low end relative. Yes.
Okay, so Yuji already beat the shit out of Mahito.
Once again, he beats a weakened off guard Mahito. That's not a speed feat.
Like weakened off guard Mahito.
A Mahito that he only lands a black flash on because of Todo, and a Mahito that he once again lands another black flash on because of Todo.
Do you think that slowed Mahito down?
I think closing the distance and off guarding someone, slowed his reaction. Yeah, I would say so.
No, I'm saying getting hit by the black flash. Do you think that slowed him down later in the fight?
Yes.
Why?
As damage does. Mahito's
doesn't have to. Because for instance, when Yuji gets hurt, he doesn't necessarily slow down. I mean, it can happen. Obviously, I'm not saying it does not happen. I'm saying
okay. I'll show you. I don't even know why we're speculating. Mahito literally starts falling apart in his final form, and he says it's because of that last black flash.
Yeah, but why does that affect his speed? What I'm saying is, if he's having
why is Mahito having trouble maintaining his physical form affect his speed?
Yeah, I'm saying. Why
that's an asinine question.
No, it's not. Being able to maintain his curse technique doesn't affect his curse energy efficiency, right?
It literally no. In his true form, the form that is affected purely by his curse technique and also makes him faster and stronger and more durable. Yes, barely being able to maintain himself does affect his speed.
Faster? I agree. More stronger and durable, fine, but why faster?
Because he starts shitting on Yuji.
That's because he's able to overwhelm him with the amount of limbs. It's similar to what Sukuna does to him.
Sukuna's just blatantly not faster than Yuji multiple points in the fight.
No, I'm saying whenever... Hold on, but I need you to... I'm going to say this, but I need you to focus on what I said previous, because I don't need you to focus on the example. I need you to focus on what I... Actually, I'm not going to... Fuck Sukuna.
Okay.
The only reason in which Mahito is able to overwhelm Yuji is because not only is he hitting him with his arms, he's also swinging his, elbow blades around. And that's what's actually hurting Yuji. He's getting overwhelmed. He can't actually block all the limbs that are coming at him. It's not necessary. It doesn't have to necessarily be a speed difference.
So when Yuji gets palmed like a basketball and slammed into the ground, that was his extra limb?
I'm pretty sure Mahito came out of the smoke for that.
I'll show.
If I remember correctly, I might be remembering the anime. Though.
I'll show the sequence. Mahito just reaches out, grabs that nigga's face.
What happened before that?
I'm sure I just showed it. I'm showing it on stream right now. He reaches out. I'll send it to you too. I'll send it to you too. He reaches out, grabs that nigga's skull like a basketball, and slams him into the earth.
This looks like it happens in the middle of the combo.
Bro.
It have to be happening in the middle of the combo because Yuji has shown that when Mahito just throws one thing out, like his tail, he can react to it. Right?
Yeah.
So
whoa. I'm not saying that Yuji and Mahito are a blitz difference apart. I'm saying that Mahito is faster than Yuji.
No. And I'm disagreeing because the only reason Mahito is able to hit him at this point and do any damage is one, he's using a blade. Two, well, no, forget that blade part.
Do you think
hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Forget the blade part. I'm just saying that the only reason in which Mahito's overwhelming Yuji is he's able to have more things coming at him. Now, I'm not going to say Yuji would be able to defend if Mahito only had two hands, right? Mm-hmm. Flawlessly. I'm not making that argument, so I don't want you to bring that.
I'll just ask this because it'll get us to the point. Do you think that Mahito got slower in this form?
Do I think he got slower? No.
Okay, cool. So Mahito's feats of being able to react to Yuji and Todo simultaneously mean he's more than likely faster than both of them individually, no? Even if it's not a blitz difference, he's reacting to two characters working perfectly in sync, and he does it pretty consistently. I think that means he's more than likely faster than both of them individually.
No, because when Yuji and Mahito fight individually,
he has his clone out. It doesn't matter.
I'm talking about whenever Todo's thrown away.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't Yuji consistently dodge everything Mahito's throwing at him?
Mahito literally grabs that nigga by his ankle, throws him, and says, "Now I can pile on the damage." I'll show you.
I know what you're talking about. I'm saying I know there's things that happen between Todo getting thrown and Yuji then or thrown away, and then Yuji also getting thrown away. I know there's physical feats that happen prior.
I'll show
to
you.
Yuji getting thrown away.
I'll literally, I'll show,
I
I'll
know
show you.
what you're
I'll show
talking
you.
about.
I'll show.
He
No.
kicks him and grabs his
I know what you're talking about. I'm putting it on stream for chat. I'm putting it on stream. I'm gonna show you right now because you may be thinking about the anime, and I'm sure that embellishes a lot of things. That's fine. But literally, what happened is we see Todo start fighting, right? We see pile it on, and then Mahito blocks Yuji, grabs him by his ankle, and says, or I don't, hold on, what the fuck is he? He's just like excited.
I don't think that's a speed feat.
I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it is. But you said Yuji has.
You used it as no. They're relative.
No. I'm saying when Mahito's reacting to Yuji and Todo in tandem, that is a better speed feat than Yuji and Todo ganging up on one person. That's what I'm saying.
But if they're all the same speed,
then why is Mahito reacting to both of them jumping him and teleporting around? Mahito has to be somewhat faster, or he should just be getting absolutely fucking bum rushed. Because if Mahito is equal to Todo, right, meaning he has his hands full with Todo's speed, or he's equal to Yuji, which means he has his hands full with Yuji's speed.
If he's just a little bit faster.
That's fine. That's all I'm saying. Then what's your
slightly faster?
Then it takes us back. If Mahito's slightly faster than Yuji, and Yuji's marginally faster than Yuta, then Mahito's faster than Yuta.
No,
what are we saying?
Hold on. Say that one more time.
If Mahito is even a bit faster than Yuji, right? And Yuji is faster than Yuta, then what is the then we're saying that
stronger Yuji though. That's a stronger Yuji. Why are you comparing?
Well, bro, Yuta's never relative to Yuji. Not relative's crazy. I take that back. That's not what I meant. Yuta's never as fast as Yuji, right?
What do you mean they're never as fast as each other?
Bro. Your argument.
Hold on. Yuta holding back.
Yuji was holding back too.
Okay, but I understand they're both. I understand they're both holding back, but even while they're both holding back, Yuta's able to overcome, or he shows that he's at the very least relative, right, with that Yuji.
Sure, but Yuji has better speed feats. Like he shows himself as the faster of the two, despite relativity. Yeah.
Yeah, slightly. I mean, it's not a difference that really. It's kind of negligible.
And I would never argue that they're a blitz difference. I'm just saying Mahito's faster than the guy who's faster than Yuta.
No, bro, that's a stronger. Even that's a stronger Yuji than the one that fought Mahito.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
His curse energy efficiency has improved. That's stated by Choso.
Since Choso saw him. The last time Choso saw him fight was in a fucking bathroom, bro. Like 3 black flashes ago. That has no bearing on post Mahito versus like immediately before.
So Yuji hitting Mahito with that last black flash will put him even greater than what he was in the very beginning of when he fought Mahito. So although Choso's saying, yes, from when I saw you, what he's saying is not wrong.
I'm not saying it's wrong. It is correct. What I'm saying is
it's not negligible, right? It should be taken with...
Okay, what my point is, right? Choso's saying at point A, you were this strong. At point C, you're this strong, right? What I'm saying is Choso has no frame of reference for what the fuck point B is. All we know is that he's gotten stronger since that fucking bathroom scrap. That doesn't mean he's gotten stronger since the Mahito fight.
You agree every black flash is an amp, right?
No, that's not what's ever said.
Please.
That's not what's ever said. It's
okay,
not
that's fine. I know that you agree. I know that you've argued this before.
Never, bro.
I know that you agree, you bastard. But that's okay.
What you mean, gang? What you mean, gang?
That's okay. That's fine. Even one black flash, right? Even one black flash. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna do that because I don't know enough about black flashes all throughout the series to argue this. So, anyways, the Yuji that fought, even if you want to say the holding back versions of them are not stronger, whatever, the version that fought Sukuna is stronger than the version that fought Mahito, respective Yujis. And even if Yuta is not directly on his level or faster, if he's relative to him in any way, in terms of speed, he's going to beat Mahito. Because Yuji, who, in the instance that Mahito does not have a large amount of limbs, could end up fighting. Because I don't know if you remember, but before Mahito started What am I remembering this correctly? No. I don't care. Like Yuji's relative to that Mahito. The only reason that he's getting hurt is because he has a bunch of limbs. I don't think the same thing would happen with the Yuji that fought Sukuna.
All right, I'll give my closing statement so we don't drag it on too long. Chat. Here's what I'm gonna say, chat. Here's what I'm gonna say. We already admitted that Mahito is faster than Yuji by nature of him being able to react to Todo and Yuji in tandem, right? Which means that like Yuji getting stronger unquantifiably between then and Shinjuku just doesn't matter. It doesn't mean anything, right? It means he's gotten stronger. Was it enough to close the gap? Was it enough to make there a gap between him and Mahito more? Who knows, right? You're not able to determine that. And then Yuta is then slower than a vaguely faster Yuji, which doesn't mean anything. So I'm gonna throw up the poll. We all know what it is. I fought valiantly, chat. That's all I'm gonna say. I got some good jabs in there, but I already know what it is. All right, let's see.
Let me get my closing.
Oh, sure. You're right.
Okay, so Yuta, who is, even though he has trouble in Gojo's body, he's fighting a Sukuna who ends up fighting Yuji prior to Yuta fighting him, and we know that Yuji is relative to this Sukuna, who is also fighting this Sukuna with a Yuta outside of Gojo's body, who is also relative to that Yuji. And because that Yuta and Yuji are relative, it would have to mean that the Yuta or the Yuji that Yuta is relative to is stronger than Mahito, because we've seen them fight each other. There was not that big of a gap in terms of speed. And although you're saying that it's unquantifiable between Shibuya Yuji and later Yuji, in the same sense that you're saying it's unquantifiable, I can say that if at all that Yuji is stronger, we know that all of a sudden neither one of them scale anymore, right? So Yuji does not scale to his Shibuya Yuji does not scale to Shinjuku Yuji in any way, and thus we can't have anything for Mahito because Mahito stops at Shibuya Yuji. So he would, if you can't make any arguments as to why Mahito would even be able to fight Shinjuku Yuji, then if Mahito loses the domain clash, which he ultimately will, and I don't think you ever gave an argument as to why the domain clash wouldn't, in the instance that a domain clash does happen, why Mahito wouldn't win. I think, again, Yuta would most likely have countermeasures such as simple domain, so he would be able to counter the point 2 and then be able to fight Mahito. And Mahito, I don't think we ever got to a real conclusion in whether or not Mahito would be able to withstand Yuta's onslaught during his curse technique burnout. So I think in the instance that Yuta wins the domain clash after defending himself with simple domain, he would just kill Mahito.
Cool. I'm gonna run up the poll. I'm gonna read these super chats and I gotta take a piss, bro. Hold on, one second. So GPZ, thank you for the 2. Can you guys do Kashimo versus Yuta pre-Gojo body? We might, I don't know. We'll run it up. We may discuss it. We'll see. M3D, thank you for the 2. Anyone relative to Maki blitzes Mahito 4 times over? Damn, y'all are real fucking haters, bro. Every time I saw a super chat, I started goddamn sweating because I was like, bro, if Tessero looks over here, he's gonna get a new argument, bro. Fuck. Then you have Miyo the best thing with the 400. Tessero, everyone's saying to say Yuta's RCT output. Another thing I was worried you would make an argument for.
Wait, what is Yuta's? What do they mean by that?
He can one-shot curses because he can output positive energy.
Oh shit, you're right,
bro. I saw that shit. My brow started fucking twitching, right. Gang.
I completely forgot about that.
Bro, sorry, chat. Don't realize that. And then seeing line, thank you for the 2. We know you won with Mahito Ronin. Don't worry about it. Appreciate you, gang. Appreciate you. The poll seems to say slightly different, but I'm gonna let it rock. I'll be right back. Yeah, Tessero, you let them know, bro. Congregate with your crew, man. Be right back.
So look, chat. I'm gonna be honest with you. Ronin's adaptability, and this motherfucker talks to you guys all the time. He does it for a living. It's really hard to go up against. I can't lie. A lot of the times, motherfucker has me literally stun locked, thinking like, what can I say, or how do I counter that? Because also, not to mention because he makes so many videos on Jujutsu Kaisen, so much content on Jujutsu Kaisen, he's probably always reading it, right? Or reading it a lot more than I have. So he has just hands down better like base knowledge about the series than I do. So things like remembering Yuta can put out positive energy and ending the fight instantly, me forgetting that's an amateur move, right, chat? So it's like when I get in a situation where I'm having to be put on the back foot, it's really easy for me to forget things. So I can't even lie. bro. You gotta. If you're gonna say you're gonna, if you're saying you're locking in. You want me to lock in. You want to see me win. Kaze guy, can you spell my name right? Look at all the people in chat spelling my name right. I know you can do it too. Yes, M3D. Let me say that. All the people in the chat that are cooking me, fine, whatever. But I want to see you people or anyone in that situation where they're cooking me behind a computer to come in here and talk to Ronin themselves in the same situation. See if it's not pretty difficult. Just reread the manga right quick. I'll do that when it ends. He said, "We got you." Oh, MSC, we got you. Just look at chat. How the switch? What's up with the switch up, bruh? I mean, I appreciate it, but
Chat
didn't
hating.
expect that to come from you.
Chat
I mean,
hating?
some of them are. Some of them
Oh,
are.
Got you.
But I just gotta take it. Otherwise, it's gonna. If I'm reading chat while getting cooked and they're cooking me, I'm gonna explode.
That's fair. That's fair. All right, bro. Got
Give
you.
us the Discord link.
Yo, fuck no. Because listen, here's the thing. Here's what I gotta give. Here's what I gotta give it to. Like, I could say maybe Twisted Carnage would do a good job up here. Like, I've debated with him before. He's pretty good and knows his stuff. Oh, you don't what rivalry?
No,
bro?
I know Twisted Carnage.
Oh,
That.
okay.
No, go on. Sorry.
Yeah, he in here, bro. He in here. Listen, say it with your chest, gang. Nah, but nah, Twisted Carnage. I've argued with him before. But I'm gonna be real, chat. Most y'all getting cooked on the big screen too. I'm not gonna lie. And here's the thing. That's kind of presupposing I'm cooking Tessera, which, come on, chat. We already know what's happening. But you know, it is a lot harder to think on your feet once you're here, chat. I will say. And it's also no reason to hate Tessera. Like, oh, he did bad at arguing some random characters. Fuck.
Look,
like hop off.
Put us in a chat. I'm gonna say this. Get me and Ronin in a scenario where we're both kind of taking it more serious. I think it would be more entertaining at the very least. I'll say that because, like I said, I'm not very good at thinking on my feet. But if I'm prepared and I know what I want to say and what potentially could be said, I'm definitely more confident in that scenario.
Yeah. You ain't
I didn't even
gaslighting
remember
me, gang.
Yuta.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I didn't even remember Yuta could output positive
It happens,
energy.
bro. It happens.
Like,
It
come
happens.
on, y'all.
Let's get it up here, bro. Let's see who you got next on here, man. Let's see if you got any next up here. Hey, bro, you got a good one. You got Angel. Fuck.
Oh my god.
I'm not happy about that. All right, let's see.
Not either.
Angel versus who exactly? Give me someone good. Oh, fuck. I should have taken Mahito off the wheel. Damn it. Forgot to do that. All right.
Did you get Mahito?
Yeah, I did get Mahito.
Are you sure this ain't rigged, bro?
Bro, I'm taking him off the wheel. Damn. Let me just.
Okay.
I would have gotten Yorozu, but I'll just roll. Let's see. I should take Mahito off. Bro, what the fuck are we doing, man? I got current Yuta. Hey, gang. So.
Wait, who'd you get?
I got current Yuta.
Current Yuta.
Correct.
Current Yuta versus Angel.
Correct.
Okay, current Yuta as in not the Yuta that's in Gojo's body.
Like as in like Shinjuku Yuta.
Okay, I'll start.
All right, go ahead.
So I think Angel has shown elusiveness to a degree in which Sukuna cannot even detect them when they're in the middle of the battle with them. And I think what I'm trying to get at is Angel's elusive enough to where if Sukuna, the strongest, most perceptive, blah 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 blah, person in Jujutsu Kaisen cannot detect them whilst in battle, Yuta would not be able to detect Angel, and thus once Angel casts their technique, it would just burn Yuta to a crisp at max output.
Most perceptive, W glaze, bro. W glaze. I got to give it up.
Yeah.
Also, it's just like the thing I would just say is that Sukuna is specifically off guard because he expected Angel to be knocked out, because normally she would be knocked out for longer, but because of like the incarnation or whatever, she recovered at a rate he didn't expect. Blah blah blah.
No, I'm talking about the last Jacob's Ladder.
Oh, the nerfed Sukuna? I don't really give a fuck. Like,
Nerfed Sukuna. And in
yeah.
what sense is he nerfed? You think his perception is nerfed?
I think everything about him is lower than what it normally be. Like, unless you want to argue that Sukuna, after like having his soul dismantled and all of these things, is as perceptive and as aware and is as he normally is, I would disagree. Also, I wouldn't even say that he didn't notice Angel insofar as she got teleported onto the battlefield and then launched the technique. He seems to react pretty quickly in response to it. She just teleports onto it. She doesn't even fly there of her own volition, right? Todo with his extended range boogie woogie brings her there rather, and then immediately that elusiveness that you're talking about is clipped pretty quickly because she's not even able to react from Sukuna slamming the ground, making rocks float up to her, and then jumping up to get at her. Like,
And
she's
Angel,
not that elusive.
I don't think Angel can see Sukuna while he's in the beam of light.
Okay.
So I think it makes sense that her familiar, or I'm gonna say Hana can't see Sukuna while he's in the beam of light, and Angel, for some reason or another, could, and that's why they had to warn Hana to back up, because Hana just can't see Sukuna, and thus it would be much harder for her to react to Sukuna if she can't see him, so doesn't know where he's coming from. So, but the elusiveness, that's a good point. Todo did bring her onto the battlefield, but that's fine. I don't think that really did anything specifically, because it's just in character for Sukuna to get caught off guard by Angel, and if it's in character for Sukuna to get caught off guard by Angel, anyone weaker and less perceptive than Sukuna would also get caught off guard by Angel. You also mentioned Sukuna should be weaker in every sense. As far as I know, Dismantle affects his curse energy output, and I'm pretty sure the only technique we've ever seen to increase your perception based on your curse energy is Choso's, right? So I don't think Sukuna losing curse energy output would necessarily affect his perception.
It's particularly good at doing so, but you would have to argue that, like, okay, so for example,
what's particularly good at doing so? What do you mean?
Flowing red skill stack, focus on the eyes.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Okay.
But it would just be most logical for curse energy to do so, because Yuji's special for being superhuman. Most characters are not normally superhuman in any regard pre-curse energy, right? But you have people like Megami, like Choso, Choso's a bad example, but like sorcerers in general, right? Rather than naming specifics, that are able to perform superhuman feats or react to things at higher than like normal speeds. Like take, for example, Kenjaku or Geto, and they're able to react to bullets and gunfire, right? A normal human isn't able to do that in the capacity that they are able to, which means that cursed energy in general, like just as a power system, enhances your stats, perception included. If it didn't, then getting faster in general would just mean like you have a Chidori-like effect where you blitz yourself, and it's like that doesn't even really track. So yes, I agree Choso does it particularly well, but generally speaking, lower cursed energy and output would correlate to worse perception and stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Has Sukuna's output been lowered to the point where?
Let's not even here. Let me head you off here, right?
Ask that question. Go ahead.
Yeah, I won't even play the how weakened is Sukuna game with you, right? I'll say show me a feat of Hana catching Sukuna lacking when they're 1v1ing, because that's what the situation is. Yuta's not coming off the heels of fighting Uro and Ishigori. He's fighting Angel and knows where she's at least to start.
First time he caught him off guard.
He wasn't.
That was a 1v1.
No, it wasn't.
Didn't he knock Yuji away?
He literally summons Nue to strike Maki and Takaba down with lightning. I can show you.
Yeah, they're nowhere near him.
It doesn't matter. Like
they're
that's
nowhere
not
near him, though.
Once again, it does not matter. He's not fighting her because she's unconscious, right? All I'm saying is that his attention is not on her because he's not combating her, right? And it's not, once again, a 1v1. He's doing something outside of fighting Angel specifically. So give me a feat of her doing something like that when fighting someone individually.
I don't think it necessarily matters.
It does, but regardless, right? The point still stands there. In terms of I guess we'll go for Yuta scaling. In terms of just like how he deals with it, let's say he does get hit with Jacob's Ladder. Not only is it not going to be an insta-kill because he's not a cursed object, and it can't even like insta-kill Sukuna. Yuta has RCT, so he'll be capable of healing from damage as it incurs. And Rika won't go away even if his technique is unusable. We know that because immediately after a domain, excuse me, Rika is still in his possession. So all Rika just does is run up on Angel while she's using Jacob's ladder, grab her and like rip her arms off. And it's like you can even, I don't even think Yuta gets hit, right? But even if I agreed for a second and said Yuta's getting fucking blasted with Jacob's ladder, Rika's just going to get pissed, run up and like just tear her apart.
He would hit both of them.
No.
Yeah, they stand next to each other quite often at the start of fights, so they would just be, they would both be caught in the blast radius.
No, I can show you multiple examples where Rika's not where Yuta is. Like the whole in-domain Sukuna fight, yeah. Yuta and Rika are like on opposite sides of the battlefield.
At the start of the fight, were you able to hear me?
Once again, no, that's not true. Because like that's not the case. Yuta literally no. Yuta literally because Rika doesn't start outside, right? Yuta summons her. If Yuta's getting fucking blasted, he'll just summon Rika outside of the radius, and she does it. And if you're saying, hold on,
what do you mean?
Outside of the radius?
Outside of the radius?
Outside of the radius of Jacob's ladder. I'm saying there's two options.
Can he summon Rika?
Give me the radius. He does, because when she grabs Yuji, that's at a distance.
No, she comes out by herself. That's not him summoning her. So
okay,
I don't have an issue with her.
I'll give you a better example. I'll give you a better example. He summons Rika to take on the curses when Kenjaku's technique goes wild. And that's not Rika? Yep, and that's not right next to him. It's at a distance.
Can I see that?
Yeah, I got you. Give me 1 second. And also, I'll just ask, like, while I'm grabbing this, show how fast Jacob's ladder is for me.
Fast enough to catch Sukuna.
Yeah, no, in a 1v1, show me.
The speed doesn't change in a 1v1.
No. Show me that it's capable of catching an on-guard Sukuna. If you can't, then you have no speed feats.
I mean, Sukuna saw the technique.
No. Show me that it catches him in a... I don't want justifications. Show me a 1v1.
If you don't, you a justification.
Then it's irrelevant. Show me in a 1v1 or it has no speed feats.
So, as far as I know, Jacob's ladder is not an insta-cast whenever it's used against Sukuna the first time. In fact, there's some time for Sukuna to notice what's going on and still be unable to do anything about it.
Yeah. Do you know what off-guard means?
No, I understand that he didn't see her going up into the air, but what he did see is Jacob's ladder's summoning circle, and what he's also seeing is
Sukuna, who cares?
And what he's also seeing is what?
A weakened Sukuna as well as being off guard.
Yeah, but
who cares?
How much
weaker than full power? It doesn't matter. You don't scale. It doesn't matter. It's not full power Sukuna. It has no scaling.
Yuta doesn't scale to Sukuna either.
It doesn't matter. So you need a better argument. It is an irrelevant number. It's an irrelevant factor.
But
you need something that does scale. You need something that does scale.
Yeah, I'm telling you what does scale. Sukuna that's weakened is still stronger than Yuta.
This Sukuna, show me where this Sukuna fights Yuta then.
Which Sukuna?
The Sukuna, you're saying the first time, right?
Yeah.
So show me that Sukuna, when he's weakened to that degree, fight Yuta.
I think it happens in both scenarios, what I'm talking about, where the light comes from the sky, and Sukuna can see the light coming from the sky. He's aware, he's perceiving that light is coming from the sky. So hold on.
First of all, are you dismissing the first Jacob's ladder? Are we moving on to the second one?
No, I'm saying it happens in both. It happens in both scenarios.
I'm saying, okay, I'll say this. The first one's irrelevant because you can't scale it to Yuta.
Sure.
Cool. So we're focusing on the second one now. What is your point for the second one? I showed you him summoning Rika at a distance, by the way.
This Sukuna is stronger than Yuta. Still.
Okay, so what's your point? Because this is...
So he can't react to a Jacob's ladder that he's...
Hold on. Let's no. Address everything. Because this is Angel being teleported. Is she being teleported in this fight?
Is she being teleported? Probably not.
No. Okay. So next question. Do you have another Jacob's ladder you'd like to use?
Her basically what I'm saying is her curse energy, regardless if she's moving herself or being teleported, is still existing, right? So Sukuna should be able to sense her, regardless if she's moving in herself or not. And he wasn't able to do that, as far as we know, not until after the attack had been cast. So even if she's moving in by herself at the speed of a turtle, right? She's elusive enough to where the character with the most perception in the series.
Once again, that doesn't. You're talking about a character being off guarded. You have to show an actual feat.
He's not What I'm saying
because
is
okay, let me give you an example.
Yeah.
Perfect example. The one you're using is Angel landing a hit on this version of Weakened Sukuna, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yuta blocks attacks from a stronger version of Sukuna. What's your point? So you have to move on. We already know Yuta can fight a stronger version. The only feat you have is on one and ambiguously
Wait, what do you mean
weakened
by
Sukuna.
fight a stronger Sukuna?
I'm saying he can react to and land hits on that
like
version
his physical punches.
Yes, and also block his slashes from long range. So what's your point?
He can't block his. Does he block his
He
slashes?
does. He literally does. When he enters the fight, he does. That's how he joins the battle. I'll show you.
Okay, I didn't remember that. So Yuta can see the Sukuna slashes?
Whether or not he can, I really don't care. He blocks it though. I'll show you.
Yeah, I think Sukuna's holding back on Yuta.
Can't prove that. Next question.
Because he one-shots him.
Once again, with an off guard.
Doesn't matter.
And it does. Next
Wait,
question.
off guard? Yuta's off guard?
Yeah.
How is Yuta off guard?
When he gets hit by an attack that shouldn't have happened, he thought Megumi was going to be saved.
But he
The
can
fight should have been over.
He?
Oh, brother, you don't know what off guard means. He got hit by an attack that he did not think would happen because Yuji already enacted the rest of the plan. They were caught off guard by the fact Sukuna was even fighting back. Megumi should have switched back in their head, right?
Yeah, I don't think that takes away Yuta's ability to. It doesn't take being off guard.
Does take away your ability to react to things normally. Yes.
No.
Especially when you have better feats that contradict it. So yeah, it's you can either argue it's an inconsistent outlier or it's off guard.
Yuta get blitzed by Jacob's ladder and burnt to a crisp. I honestly think you need to just accept that and move on.
Incorrect, but it was a valiant effort. I will give you that. But Yuta has better speed feats. Nothing proves that it would be enough to tear at him or even harm him all that extensively. I showed you that he can summon Rika at a distance. Even if for some reason I indulge the idea that he gets blitzed and hurt, Rika goes up, tears her apart. Like there's like 3 different levels of reasoning as to why Yuta obliterates.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Well, what happens when Rika gets hit by Jacob's ladder?
She doesn't. Doesn't happen.
But what happens when she gets hit?
Nothing. She just tanks it.
Isn't she a cursed spirit?
Yeah. What about it?
Yeah, she would die, but she would get instant kill.
Can you show me? Can you show me Jacob's ladder?
Hold on. If Yuta gets hit by Jacob's ladder, Rika wouldn't even be active anymore.
I gave the reason that why that doesn't happen at the beginning of the point. Right. Rika is not affected by his technique going away. She just isn't. Because when his domain is burned out and he cannot use his technique yet,
but that's not his technique going away.
The narrator says that he can't use his technique. And Rika is inconsistent. It's fine. You can think it's inconsistent. That's fine, right? But the fact of the matter is that even when Yuta's technique is inactive, Rika is still in play, so she'd still be in play. Once again, I have to preface for you and for chat. In order to even get to a point where this argument is needed, I have to assume Angel has any speed feats that are relevant. She doesn't. I have to assume Yuta can't take Jacob's ladder. He can. I have to assume Yuta can't blitz Angel. He can. There's so many levels of like steel manning and being like, you're right. And even if you're right, there's this. And even if you're right, there's that. Like I have to accept like 4 levels of incorrect arguments to get here. And even if I do that, Yuta still wins low diff.
Yeah, if she gets hit by Jacob's ladder, she would get exercised by the technique. She wouldn't.
Show me Jacob's ladder exercising a special grade curse. Okay, next question.
What do you mean?
Show me it happening. Show me her using Jacob's ladder and it exercising a special grade curse spirit. Go ahead.
Is Sukuna not a special grade curse spirit?
Is he exercised?
The only reason he's not exercised is because
and he's also not a special grade curse spirit. He's an incarnated sorcerer. Different thing.
Cursed objects are suffer the same effect, so it doesn't necessarily matter.
They suffer similar qualities because they're separated from their host. They're not the same thing. Once again, next question.
I'm pretty sure Jacob's ladder is described to exercise cursed spirits and
also
cursed
good point. Rika is not a curse. She's a Shikigami.
You can't read chat.
First of all, the fuck I can. The fuck I can't. And second of all, bro, nobody said you can't read chat. What the fuck? Use your resources, Gango. And secondly, Like, yeah, I mean, there's also that. And once again, even if let's say I eliminated reading chat because it's cheating, you can't prove she would exercise Rika. And before that, she doesn't even hit Rika.
Wait, is Rika's spirit not? Is that not like what made her a curse? Pretty whatever. Just put the poll up, bro.
All right, I got you, gang.
Why am I getting these ass characters, bro?
Hey,
Fucking
bro.
Angel.
Hey, bro, you did your best, bro. Maybe chat will even vote for you. Maybe chat will even vote for you.
Yeah, M3D, he was damaged by Jacob's Ladder, but that's just not enough. It needs to be like that super effective type damage. I'm not trying to glaze it, Truck. I'm just trying to argue. Look, because if Ronin had if we were in opposite positions, he would be trying to say what he could.
I'd be doing the exact same thing. Come on now. Let me make this clear for like the chatters that sat at the back of the classroom, right? The point, the entertaining aspect is the randomness and arguing for shit that doesn't even make sense. Does Yuta beat Angel? Duh, right? Is it fun to just concede every time the fight is pretty obvious? In my opinion, no. That's the funny part. But I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if we did that, it'd probably be like 10% of actual arguing, and the other 90% just being like, oh, yeah, I can see it. Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
Move on.
Yeah.
God damn.
All right, yeah. Let me just end this shit, bro. This kind of. Yeah. Now, personally, Tessero, I'm gonna be honest, bro. If I were you, I would have gone with the statement from Sukuna that's like, Hana's like really holding her back, and that like Angel is usually like this fucking crazy fighter. I want to see if I can
wait,
find
hold
that
on. When I got Angel, did you mean like an angel possessing Hana Karusu's body, Angel?
I mean,
or did you just mean Hana Karusu the angel?
No, I meant like I meant like Angel, right? But because Angel's the only reason Hana's even on here. But what I'm saying, like, don't get me wrong, you interpreted it the way I meant. I'm just saying personally, I would have just like kind of like fudged the numbers a little bit, right? I would have just said that like Angel with both arms is like some fighter that Sukuna is scared of or some shit, right? But yeah, that's what I would have said. All right. Yeah. Let me add this to my. My thing. Current Yuta versus Angel. If we get Yuta again once more, if Tessero gets it, it's fine. If I get it, I'm gonna knock him off. All right, your turn. Rolling for you. Let's go. Yeah, bro. What the fuck is up with this shit? All right, you got Yuki. All right. Damn, that's unfortunate. Come on, lock me in. Just give me someone I can do something with, gang. Just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. I'm in there. Chat, I'm in there. Chat, I got Choso.
Yeah.
Chat, I'm in there.
Oh, you're in there, huh?
Chat, lock me in, chat. Chat. Okay. Oh, fuck. Fucking hell. All right. Yeah, I opened last time. Go ahead. Or I don't even know if I opened last time. I'm just saying that shit. I think I probably opened last time. You go ahead.
That's fine. So I think I said Yuta. Yuki and Choso are shown to have fought the same opponent.
Uh-huh.
One does significantly better than the other.
Mm-hmm.
Even while heavily injured, Choso's only able to actually do something when he catches Kenjaku off guard, either by not knowing a technique that he suddenly has, that he's never displayed before, or coming out of nowhere while Kenjaku is focused on Yuki.
I think all of those points apply to Yuki just as much as Choso. For example, right? Kenjaku doesn't know Yuki's technique, so he's caught off guard by that. In a very similar way, he was caught off guard by Choso using blood manipulation. In a way, we've seen him use it before, by the way, which is just like convergence and then channeling the blood or whatever. And then also, Yuki gets the benefit of knowing one of Kenjaku's techniques via Choso's hard work. And then also, Kenjaku seems to think... it's actually interesting. You could argue from a narrative standpoint, Choso's actually the one interpreted to be stronger, because Whereas Kenjaku starts off disappointed and underestimating Choso's skills. He ends up being surprised by what he's able to do. But Yuki starts off the fight kind of having Kenjaku on edge, and after fighting her for a little bit and getting the surprise of Star Rage over with, he's like, oh, this is light, and opens a domain and just absolutely fucking cooks.
Right. So the reason I don't believe your narrative point to hold any actual weight is because, yes, Choso goes from being disappointing to somewhat...
extremely, but yeah.
Extremely disappointing to somewhat satisfying or whatever. Yuki goes, from the very beginning, Yuki is determined to be a fight that he's unclear whether or not he can even win in the first place. And the reason he then starts to turn on that notion is because she doesn't believe in herself. She's not confident enough, or that's what he perceives it as, to have listened to Tengen rather than used her own plan. So in no sense does that narrative display Yuki's strength in the same way that it does Choso's, because Choso's actually able to do something from point A to point B. The only reason Yuki loses, according to Kenjaku, is because she believed in Tengen rather than herself. It's not a strength thing.
Okay. Let me... So when I do think that, like, strength of mind, especially for a sorcerer, is part of strength and combat ability in general. One thing I'll also say that adds to the narrative argument is that Tengen, when looking for sorcerers to protect her, specifically called out Yuta, Yuki, and Choso. The reason that she wants to be protected extremely well, right? Let me just make sure that baseline. Tengen is trying to make sure that she does not get absorbed by Kenjaku by any means, right? We agree?
Yeah.
Okay, so by accepting one of those three characters, she's basically saying, no matter what, so long as like 2 out of these 3 characters are with me, their fighting power is about equal, right? What that means is that she's fine with accepting Choso and Yuki, because Choso and Yuki is just as useful to her as protectors as Yuta and Yuki, right? Obviously, as we said, Tengen wants to be protected as much as possible, which means that she's only going to pick protectors that she thinks can properly do so. It's why she doesn't pick Yuji, for example, right?
As far as I know, Tengen didn't have anything to say when Yuta said he doesn't want to be or can't be a part of this protection group. She didn't argue with him. She didn't try to...
Because Choso would suffice.
No, so what I'm saying is, even though she picked 3 people, she's not acting in a sense in which what I'm doing is so imperative to my survival that I need these people, right? So if one of them leaves, fine. If another one of them leaves, she's not going to say anything, right? Because we obviously know that Yuki and Yuta are special grade. So as long as she has one of the special grades, she's feeling fine to move on forward. Because Choso, in and of himself, isn't anywhere near Yuta or Yuki. I'm not saying Yuki and Yuta are the same strength or anything, but there's levels to this shit, you know? Yeah, I mean, and Choso's just not on that level, so it's fine that Yuta moved on because she still has another special grade.
I mean, here's the thing, right?
Yeah, I think to add on to that, Tengen also knows that because she said this, that Kenjaku's the second best barrier user in the series, implying that Kenjaku would have some kind of high level barrier technique in a domain, and in order to be a special grade, it's more than likely that you have a domain expansion. So even though Yuta left, as long as she has some kind of defense against the domain expansion, Yuki is more than sufficient, regardless of Choso, because Choso, as far as she knows, cannot combat a domain, ultimately being completely useless in the event that a domain is used against him.
I mean, back then maybe. Current Choso has simple domain. It's how he survives.
Back then, but...
Yeah, so in fact, that's actually a great point. A weaker domain defenseless Choso was put on a similar platform as Yuta and Yuki, right? Which just goes to show that with Choso...
I don't agree with that at all.
I mean, does Choso have more sorcery in his bag now or then?
No, I'm saying I don't agree with them being put on a similar platform. That's what I meant.
I'll explain why that's the case. So, I just pulled up the panel on stream. Hopefully, by the time you see it, or by the time you look, it'll be up here. But Tengen is so in need of protection that she's unwilling to give them basic information about the prison realm, by the way, which is the only thing that will allow them to unseal Gojo, unless 3 of them stay, right? Keep in mind, this is like excruciatingly important. She's prioritizing her protection because of what it means to humanity over immediately handling the culling games. What happens is that Choso and Yuki step up to the plate because they know that basically their fighting power is essentially the same as 2 special grade sorcerers fighting, right? That's why Tengen's cool with it, right?
No, I think that means that she can believe that Choso and X is enough to fight Kenjaku, but that doesn't mean that the 2 special grades together are the same level as X and Choso and X and Choso.
Let me just ask you this question, right?
Yeah.
If that was the case, why wouldn't she just say, Choso, you stay, Yuta and Yuki decide which one you're going? She gave them the choice because it didn't matter. All 3 of them would equal. I'm not saying exactly the same battle power. No. Because I'm just saying, if Choso was the one that was going to stay regardless, right? I'm saying if you think there's a difference between Yuta and Yuki working together and Choso and Yuki working together, which I'm assuming is your point, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then there would be no point in giving one of these other special grades the options. They would just say, one of you guys pair up with Choso, right? The fact that they gave the option is that these are all interchangeable pieces. While they're not exact, now I'm not saying Choso and Yuta fight exactly as well. It goes exactly the same. No, they have different techniques, probably a little bit of different synergy. But in Tengen's analysis, they are so close in scaling and ability that they, generally speaking, would amount to the same resistance against Kenjaku.
No, I don't think that's entailed at all. Like I said, Tengen can just believe Choso and the person that he's paired up with have enough strength to protect her. It doesn't at all imply that Choso and another person that he's paired up with is the same strength as Yuki and Yuta working together. I don't think it would be like saying that Kakashi can hit Kid Naruto and Sakura can hit Kid Naruto. Kakashi and Sakura are sufficiently relative to one another. I mean,
well, you would
follow.
You would say if those were their only feats, right? You would, right?
If those are their only feats, yeah, sure. Those are the only feats at all.
So yeah, no, for sure. So now you would need to give me, and the only reason you say Kakashi is stronger than Kid Sakura is by giving contradicting feats, right? Which Yuki doesn't have.
Feats can be implied via rankings in this story. So
I mean,
just like they could in Naruto, we wouldn't assume just because we never seen a Hokage fight that they are just the same strength.
Using Naruto as a horrible example because he's a Genin all the way up until the end, right?
No, I'm saying a Hokage. I'm not saying Naruto himself. I'm saying the rank of Hokage, assuming someone that is the rank of Hokage, because we've never seen them fight anything.
But they're all special grades, right? They all hold
fallacious in and of itself.
But they all hold similar rankings. Choso's literally a special grade.
Choso's not a special grade.
Yes, he is.
Is he a special grade?
Yes, he is a special grade. Hold on, let me find the.
I'll believe you that he's a special grade, but again, that doesn't mean any that in itself doesn't mean anything.
It's literally
right?
I'm just using the titling narrative you went with. Like if title is indicative
special
of
grade. Hold on, is a special grade curse the same as a special grade sorcerer? Because I'm pretty sure special grade curses are supposed to lose to special grade sorcerers. Isn't that what the chart shows?
No, it doesn't. I'll show you. I'll pull it up for you. Give me 1 second. You're talking about ghettos, right? Where he's talking about in his head.
He's the one who brought it up.
Give me 1 second. I'll show you. Let's see. Is it at the end here? Okay. Right. So grade ones, and I'll send it to you too, so you can see.
Yeah. Also, show me that he's a special grade curse.
Yeah. I got you.
Or whatever. Well,
okay.
He's not even a curse, but show me.
I'll show you. So just give me 1 second. I just want to elaborate on this one, right? So grade 4 sorcerers over grade 4, blah blah blah. That extends up until special. Once you get to special grade, they're shown even. Right?
Okay, I see. So, now show me Choso's special grade. I agree. I agree with this chart. Go ahead.
Let me. Give me.
Gotta get you to cut off that yapping as soon as possible, bro. Before you start spinning a web.
Give me 1 second, gang. Give me 1 second. Chat. I just want everybody to know. Tessero's the one who brought up the titling argument. I just want y'all to know that.
I did.
Okay, special grade.
Teros is getting gaslit.
Brawlhalla
character, bro.
Teros is crazy, bro. Okay. Here is the oops. I should have just
Watch me ascend, chat. Watch me ascend.
I should have just put this.
Go ahead,
here.
Ronin.
There you go. I sent that. I'll get you another one. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see.
Death painting wombs number 1 through 3. What number is Choso?
He's the oldest of his 3 brothers, so 1. By the way, before you say anything, the 1 through 3 are the only viable ones, right? All of his other brothers couldn't manifest.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me see something.
You're good.
What fight? What chapter is the fight between Yuki and Choso and Kenjaku happen?
Yuki comes in at 205.
Okay.
Choso fights a little bit before that.
Hold on, give me 1 second to read through something.
Mm-hmm. Do your thing. Do your thing. Yeah, I'll just make my point clear while you're doing that. It basically predicates itself on the narrative, just propping Choso up and showing Yuki's foolishness, not only mentally but just as a sorcerer combatively. To add on to the ranking point, it's just like if special grade is special grade, and we have the like the special grade chart here showing that they're
I don't agree that means that there's a difference between special grade and special grade. Right, there's obviously a varying level between special grades.
There's a varying level between special grades of all levels. I'm just saying that there's no inherent, like, you can't demonstrate inherent inferiority based on being a special grade curse versus special, like, that's determined based on like actual showings, right? That's all I'm saying.
Okay, I see where you're going with this.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
I remember Kenjaku saying something specific about the grade in which Choso is.
Okay, gotcha.
So let me try and find that. Unless you know what I'm talking about.
Nah, couldn't recall.
Oh, he says, I think it's whenever he's powering up the curses, he's able to. Do you know what the special grade signifies? The ability to single-handedly overthrow nations. Even dust can pile up into a mountain. If I could use my curse energy to strengthen low-level curse spirits that I can control as a swarm, I can reduce a grade 1 sorcerer like you to this state. Found it.
Yeah, Kenjaku just isn't a narrator. That's it. Like Kenjaku can be wrong. Like I don't really care. I showed you a narration statement. You showed me a Kenjaku statement, right? I think
it says they're worthy of being special grade.
Yeah.
Does that mean that the worth that they've displayed is special grade? It's not to say that they are special grade, right? Being worthy of something doesn't mean you are this thing. Like you can display actions to be worthy of becoming the president of the United States. It doesn't mean that you are the president of the United States.
But
right?
then you have to throw your Kenjaku statement out, right? Like if you're saying the grade 1, right? If you're saying they're worthy, yes you do, because if the narrator is saying they're worthy of special grade, not potential, not any of that. They are worthy, not they will be worthy, not they might be worthy. They are worthy of special grade. Right? Even if you say they don't have the title is arbitrary. For example, Gojo doesn't get weaker if you take away special grade, right? He doesn't lose strength.
I'm not saying about the title is their strength.
Sure. So I'm just saying you're saying, but like I get it what you're saying. You're saying being a special grade is indicative of a certain like baseline of power, right?
Okay.
And I'm
saying, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
You're good.
I just got to use the restroom real quick.
You're good. You're good. You're good. What battle are we on? Choso versus Yuki. Yo, chat. Stop trying to hoe. What are y'all doing, man? Y'all fucking hating. God damn. Up off my nuts. Shit. Fucking hell. Also, like, deadass chat, I'll read your super chat. Meyer, the best, thank you for the 1,000. Tesoro, Ronin is lying to you on this one. A special grade sorcerer should easily beat a special grade curse spirit. They can. But once again, this chart doesn't indicate that, right? Like, it just doesn't.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
What up, gang?
So, what does it mean to be worthy?
What does it mean to be worthy?
Yeah.
I don't know what you mean by that. Like,
I'll ask the question.
how do you like? Do you want me to define the word worthy?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on, give me 1 second. Worthy definition: having or showing qualities or ability that merit recognition in a specified way.
Okay, and these things are fetuses, right?
Sure.
What quality and what quality are they capable of showing as a fetus?
Power, cursed
In what
energy,
way?
talent.
How is a fetus able to do any of these things?
I don't know. I'm not gay. Ask him. It's not my problem to solve, right? All I
So
know is
what I'm saying is worthy is having shown the qualities or abilities, right? And I'm arguing that they have not shown anything because they're fetuses. They're not able to do anything.
No. That's based on your understanding of them, right? And I'm not saying that I have a better understanding. I'm saying the narrator does, all right? That's why he used that word. Like, you're arguing with the story, right? It'd be like saying, oh, Gojo's not named Gojo. I didn't see him be named that, right? It's like, well, sure, I guess you can make that argument, but at that point, you're arguing with the text itself, right? And there's no basis for that argument. It's just like, it's just pointless flailing. They are worthy because the narrator said they are worthy, right? And there has to be something that justified their worthiness.
Is Choso a sorcerer?
No, I didn't say that.
Is he? I'm asking you a question. Is he a sorcerer?
I don't know. I don't think he officially has become one. No. It depends on whether you're saying...
What do you mean officially become one? What does that even
Sorcerer is an occupation, right? Sorcerer is like, it is something that you become like almost like via a job application, right? Using cursed energy and like...
That's not true.
Kinda. In the modern era it is, which Choso is in.
Can you show me? Because
Like
as far as I know, sorcerer just means to be able to use cursed energy.
Then cursed spirits would be sorcerers too, and that's fine.
To exercise while also being a human, obviously.
Well, what is Choso? Is he a human? Kinda.
He's part human.
Yeah. So kinda, right? But then
So
what does that mean?
He's a grade 1 sorcerer that is also a special grade curse.
No.
Because he's not one or the other, right? He's not the human that ate the special grade object, and he's not the special grade object. So he has to be somewhere in between both.
Why? Because you're presuming that Kenjaku has any validity, and I'm saying it doesn't have to be the case.
I'm not, but Kenjaku is not. He's not contradicting anything.
He's contradicting the narrator.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Yes,
because the narrator is talking about the special grade object.
Look at the chart.
Hold on.
Look at the chart. Special over grade 1 in any scenario here, right? If he is special
grade, how did Mei beat the smallpox curse?
It's dumb. It got out intelligenced. Also, once again, strength referring to overall ability is not really what I'm getting at, right?
Then what are you just saying? It has more cursed energy?
No. What I'm saying is this, right? Mei had an extra person with her, right? She's grade 1.
It doesn't matter. You just said in any scenario. You literally verbatim just said in any scenario.
Oh, brother. Okay, let me add some context since it clearly, like, sure, right? We know that special grades can be defeated by if you throw 1,000,000 grade 1s, right?
Is Getzo the narrator? Can he be wrong?
Nigga, you're referencing this statement. The only way you bring it up is you. It's your point.
What I'm saying is...
The fuck are you talking about?
The chart... The only reason I brought up the chart is because you said something about them being equal. Yeah. Right? Special grade sorcerer and special grade curse spirit. Mm-hmm. As far as we know, they do not necessarily have to be equal.
They don't have to be anything.
Getzo's not a narrator, right?
Correct.
So as far as we can know... As far as we know, he could be very wrong in extrapolating the information we get from this chart. From his own knowledge.
So what's your point?
So it doesn't have to be in which every special grade sorcerer is equal to every special grade curse.
That's never been my point. That's never been my point. My point. No. Listen, let me tell you because it defeats the conversation. No, it's not. The point is that you are saying special grade sorcerers are inherently superior. We can run back the clip on that, right?
No, I agree. I agree. Special grade sorcerers are inherently superior to other sorcerers that are lower than special grade.
But that's not what I'm saying. You said special grade sorcerers were inherently superior to special grade curses. That's why I brought up the chart to show you.
I'm
Because
pretty sure I questioned that.
No,
I
you
asked that
reference
question.
you referenced the chart, right? And I said no, the chart does not say that. All I'm bringing this up to say is that the one thing you have in your corner to say a special grade sorcerer is inherently above Choso does not work. If you want to dismiss it, that's fine. It's not imperative
That's
to
fine.
my
We don't
argument.
need to use this chart. We don't need to use this
Okay,
chart.
then it's like
we don't need,
it's never been important to my point.
We don't need to use this chart to extrapolate the special grade sorcerers can be stronger than special grade spirits. Her spirits.
Yeah, they can be a lot of things. That's fine.
Okay, so then what I'm telling you is special grade sorcerers are more likely to be stronger than special grade cursed spirits, regardless of that chart. Based on what's shown in the series. Yuta would likely be able to beat every single one of the disaster curses. So would Gojo.
You're presupposing that, but yeah, sure.
Not presupposing that. Do you need me to scale?
Gojo, I agree. Yes, Yuta not necessarily.
You need me to scale Yuta above Jogo?
No, but I'm just saying Jogo is a very bad example because Jogo can go into a second form and cook Yuta, but like it's pretty
talking about?
It's pretty irrelevant to the point, right? The point is like once again you're bringing it up and it's like okay, Choso. Even if I just said sure, Choso's an outlier, like and then what?
Choso's an outlier in what sense?
He's different.
Why?
He walks both the line of curse and human, so he's different.
In like, what way does that make him different? I understand that he's not the same as them by classification, but in terms of strength, what way does that make?
Connection to his brothers. His brothers make him stronger and allow him to fight in scenarios that he wouldn't normally be able to.
But does that mean he's stronger than special grade sorcerers?
No, all I'm saying is it makes him an outlier to your point. So your point of usually doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't think Choso is a special grade cursed spirit. I think he's a mix between things, and thus he's not. You
can disagree with the narrator if you want.
Like, no, I'm not disagreeing with the narrator because what the narrator is saying is true. That thing that is eaten is a special grade cursed object. Fine, I don't care about that. Mm-hmm. What I'm saying is once it's eaten, and based on what Kenjaku is saying, calling him a grade 1, clearly there is a difference between Choso once he's fully formed and Choso when he was a fetus.
Sure. Would you argue that the fetus is weaker? Is that your point? Is that where you're taking the argument? I just want to make sure I'm following that. Like this fetus is more capable than.
I think yeah, sure. The fetus is worth it's.
Okay, give me a better feat.
I don't need to.
Because you made a claim.
Okay,
go ahead.
Okay, I'm trying to answer your question.
No, you made a claim. You have to substantiate it.
Yes, and I'm trying to answer your question that you asked me to substantiate my claim.
Okay.
You brought up this narrator statement saying that this curse object is worthy of being special grade. Mm-hmm. As far as we know, Choso doesn't have any special grade feats, nor does he have anyone calling him a special grade. Himself in this human body, right? But we do have the actual fetus itself being called special grade. As far as we know, or as far as I know, because Kenjaku says there's a contradiction brought up in the narration, right? So thus, there's no reason to think that Choso is just as strong as he was when he was a fetus before being eaten by a human.
That's not how basic logic works. Not referring to someone by something they were once called does not mean they've lost it. You would need someone to say Choso.
Is Choso the same thing as the fetus and the Choso that we see? Are they the same thing?
Yes.
Why?
Because they are.
Why?
Like, you're asking me philosophical questions that have no bearing. Like, why are you the same thing that you once were? I don't know, man. Ask fucking Aristotle. I don't know. They're the same thing. They're the same thing in the sense that you were the same thing you were when you were born. Yes. Next question.
Is there more than one chart about this classification of sorcerers and curses?
I say this, like, you know, getting out of rap mode for a second. I say this being genuine, not that I know of. So.
Okay, well, I don't remember one either. Or maybe did Todo bring one up?
Don't know. If you want, you can just concede. Like I don't want to press you too much on it. It's like, I don't know, man.
Hold on. Give me a second, bro.
Yeah, don't even worry about it, guy.
This chart says the same thing.
Is it the Ijichi? Does Ijichi say different?
No, it says the same thing.
Oh, so two things substantiating the idea. That's interesting.
But I mean, that idea is directly contradicted. So I don't think the chart
by who?
By Gojo.
By Gojo? What are you talking about?
If its special grades are equal to special grade cursed spirits, Gojo wouldn't.
Nigga, nobody's saying that. That's not what that means. That's not what that chart means.
What does the chart mean then?
The chart just means that there's no inherent difference. The floor is the same. That's all that means. Because okay, let me put it like this, right? If each character had to be exactly the same strength within the rank, there would be millions of ranks or thousands of ranks, because Gojo is still a special grade. He has just as much of a special grade as Yuta. Do you agree? They have Yuta and Gojo have equal validity to the special grade claim. Yes?
Yeah.
Gojo's stronger. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, so an individual can be stronger within the rank and the ranks still hold the same. It's not a good point to bring up, because that doesn't, like, there are different levels of Kage. You have Hashirama and then you have like fucking Tsunade, right? There are different levels within a specific rank.
I know that. I've been saying this. You don't have to tell me this.
I'm saying then it's irrelevant to bring up, well, Gojo's stronger. We're not talking about Gojo. We're talking about Yuki.
Okay, bro, I'm gonna concede.
Yeah, fuck. Yo, hold on. Let me hit you. Hold on.
No, it's good.
No, for real though. Like dead ass. Like yeah, hit me, yeah. Cause I'm in my rat bag, but I wanna, I wanna make sure. Let's see. I just want to make sure. Okay.
On to the next one.
Alright, let's see. Alright. You know what? Let me do something a little out of character. Chat, I want y'all to be honest with me, right? Daniel, do any of y'all want to step up? I'm curious. Like, let me feel the room real quick. I'm very, very curious. Deeply, deeply curious. Excuse me. Deeply, deeply curious.
No need to vote, chat. I already conceded.
No. Yeah. Because I'll say this, right? If you step up and lose, I'll ban you forever. Because at least if you're talking shit in here, right? Because I'm gonna say Testro's getting up here. We're having a laugh. We're having a good time, right? We're going back and forth. I put on my rat nose. I put on the tail, the ears, the whatever, right? But we all know it's in good fun, right? So I'm gonna say, if you're gonna talk shit and get on him, if you come up here and lose, you get banned. We cool with that? If we're cool with that, right? If you're cool with that and you lose, you get banned. Let's lock it in. Because here's the thing, right? Joking around, blah, 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 whatever. That's cool. But let's not, like, Testro's a guest. Testro's, he's making the stream fun, right? He's being a good sport about it, right? We're not gonna sit up here and be dickheads about shit y'all not willing to put your money where your mouth is, right? So if you're not pulling up with a Discord right now, if you're not willing to put your future for, like, just banned, never seen a video again type shit, that's cool. Run it. Drop the Discord in here. We'll run this debate back. We'll run this one back, or we can spin for you right now. But don't even stutter. Don't miss a feat. Every time you miss an argument you could have used, I'm gonna check your ass on it. Like let's let's be dead ass. Let's be dead ass, right? And I'm not, oh, I'm so smarter than everybody. It's none of that, right? It's chill out on the bullshit when y'all get to sit back and think about these arguments in the midst of that, right? Let's run it up. Let's run it up. Let's run it up.
I mean, while contenders are saying what they want to say or whatever in the chat, we can go on to the next one.
All right, bet it up. Kenji Hikari, thank you for the 2. Gang, I don't want to ban you, bro. I don't want to ban you, gang. You're a Hikari fan. I know you can't pull it off. That's crazy, bro. That's my fault. That was rude. That was rude, bro. Listen, all I'm going to say is I don't want to have to ban you, bro. You're absolutely cooking for me, gang. You're absolutely cooking for me, gang. But yeah. We may do a version like this that's a little bit more public. I don't know. But no, if you it's mainly to prove a point, right? Like hop off Tessero's dick, like dead ass, whatever, right? Let's see, we got Yuki up next. It's all in good fun. It's not that deep, right? Y'all not doing any better. I promise you, you're not. So there's no need to get all like whatever. It's annoying. It's annoying to me. It's annoying to Testero. It's unfair to Testero. He's a guest on the channel. Like, act fucking right. All right, anyways. Testero, let's roll for your character. After this, I got to go fucking piss.
You still haven't used the restroom?
Bro, I did. I just got to go again. I've been drinking water. Okay. All right, you got Naobito. And then you got... Let's see. I got... the smallpox deity. Great chat. That's gonna give me some time to think. All right, cool. Aaron Miller, thank you for the 2. I have no idea what's going on, but put me in. Hey, bro, if you don't have no idea what's going on, I fear you're not the target demographic here. Damn, oh God, you fucking hold on. Let me show you. Bro.
Wait, who'd you get?
No, I got smallpox deity.
Okay.
All right, I'll be right back.
Oh yeah, that's fire. If only we could have seen this in the actual series. Oh well. Naobito versus the smallpox deity. Naobito versus the smallpox deity. Let me find the statement. Chat, let me find the statement. Because I know there's 2 statements saying Naobito's the fastest sorcerer. One's by the narrator, but I remember, I think the second one was by Kamo. I don't remember what chapters these are, though. Hold on. Jesus. It's when Naobito loses his arm that it's stated, I think. Chapter 110? Nope. 111? Yes, I think. 11. So, with his natural born sense of strategic framing and timing, Naobito became known as the fastest sorcerer. Okay. Fine. I found it. Does anybody know what chapter what chapter Kamo says Naobito is the fastest sorcerer in? M3D, we'll talk about that if it gets to it. So, I don't know if it's ever going to get to a domain battle though.
All right, chat. I'm back. Make sure to drink your water. All right.
Do you know what chapter Kamo says Naobito's the fastest sorcerer?
What you need that statement for, gang? You don't need that one, bro. Hold on.
I need both the statements.
193.
Okay, I got the first one, but I'll look for the second one. Also, you can start while I'm finding this.
I'll just send it to you. But I say that to say, domain diff. I mean, just starts off with domain. Naobito gets off guarded and given smallpox.
Yeah. As far as I know, the smallpox curse doesn't have any feats in particular at all, actually, and isn't one of the I guess it doesn't matter if he's one of the disaster curses or not.
Mhm.
But anyways, I think since the smallpox curse doesn't really have any feats, all it does is open its domain and then kill you with its technique.
Mhm.
Uh, I don't think it would ever even be able to get, or I don't think it would get to ever open its domain because now Naobito would just speed blitz it. And since it has 0 speed feats, as far as I remember, anyways, it you can't really scale it anywhere to say that it would be able to open its domain.
I mean, it perception blitzes Mei with its domain. You know what I mean?
It does do that, but as far as I remember, Mei's just standing there. She's not even trying to fight it.
I mean, she's facing off against it, but like in the same way. Okay, so like for example, right? We agree Naobito can like blitz Dagon very very badly, right?
Dagon, yeah.
In the same way that it's able to get its domain off, right? Just because one stopping a domain, even if you're vastly faster, means like stopping its hand signs and blah blah blah, and that's just like something that's very rare to do when you're off guard, or even if you're on guard. It's just rare to be particularly ready for a start a fight domain. And that's what I would say would happen here, right? Where Naobito can be vastly faster all he wants, and that's perfectly fine. That makes sense. It's just a matter of literally the only fight we've seen it in, it opens its domain off rip. Honestly, probably because it has no real good feat outside of a domain. It just like they start on the battlefield as soon as they like get turned switched on for the sake of the battle, right? It's like domain. Naobito's like fuck, you know what I mean? And I just think like rock.
I think like I'm pretty sure Naobito in character starts a fight by blitzing. Doesn't even try to encounter the cursed spirit Dagon. Pretty sure he just from out of nowhere just starts blitzing the shit out of him.
I mean, like
before Dagon's even like given a chance to do anything.
I mean, like that's
like in character for him to do, right?
Sure, the first time, right? But when it he blitzes it and he's like, you know, just playing around with it a little bit. And then when Dagon appears again, he kind of like starts like fucking rambling on about FPS and all that other bullshit, right?
Yeah, but I think Naobito would just one-shot the smallpox curse.
Why?
Because I think Naobito's stronger than Nanami.
Okay.
Because if I'm remembering correctly, when Naobito punches Dagon's hands, he breaks it. He like breaks all of his fingers.
Okay.
And Nanami is not even able to scratch Dagon.
Yeah, I'll give it up, gang. I'll give it up. I guess Naobito beats the smallpox. I'll give it up. All right, let's see.
Okay. I'm surprised you didn't. I was really expecting the fucking. You know how people would like argue against the Raikage? He's known to be the fastest, but he's not actually the fastest.
Nah, I don't. I don't even think that's the case. Well, yeah, I don't necessarily think that's the case here. And honestly, I think the smallpox deity is not a fun enough character to want to do that for. If that makes sense. It's like.
And chat, I see you saying falling blossom emotion, but I truly do not know if Naobito can move his feet while he's using that technique.
Also, if we're gonna be honest, falling blossom emotion does not work on techniques that are like kind of more ethereal isn't the right word, but like metaphysical. Like it works on malevolent shrine, right? Because it attacks physically. But who knows how it would work on disease, right? It might like I was trying to get him to just go there. To go to where he would just admit he gets domained and then I'd be able to win, but I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking about it, I was like, oh, it's fucking this whole thing. I don't even give a fuck. If smallpox hit while he's running, he will freeze. I guess so. Let me read this.
That's how the technique works. Pretty sure he has to touch him, but yeah. I get the sentiment, Gilgamesh.
Maya, the best thing of 1,000. If we were disrespectful, I collectively apologize, and everyone said we didn't mean to be. At least I didn't. I appreciate that, and I'm sure Testra does.
I do appreciate that, but I saw some people, and I never really said anything because I wasn't trying to let it bother me, but I did see some people saying some pretty out of pocket things. And all I'm doing is just trying to have a conversation with Ronin.
Yeah.
Should have started banning people, but I really don't want to overstep my bounds as a mod.
Gang, you got the fucking blue wrench, bro. These are your bounds as a mod.
All right, I'll wait for someone to be pretty disrespectful before I use it.
All right. I've Listen, bro, all I'll say is this: like, even if you don't gotta ban him, I've timed people out for saying "hurry up." Like, fuck you telling me to hurry up for, bro? This like, what the hell? It's my stream. Like, you can, hit him with the 15 or hit him with a 5, hit him with 30. Whatever. Any case,
I bet.
let's run it up. I'm gonna just start deleting characters as we go. We'll probably get like maybe 2 more if they're interesting. Okay. All right, what the fuck? Fully incarnated Sukuna. Oh, Chad, I'm sure this will be a fun one. I'm sure this will be a fun one. Fully incarnated Sukuna, my ass. Oh, Curse Naoya. All right, bet. I can work with this.
Curse Naoya versus.
I can work with this.
Sukuna?
Watch this. All right.
You start this one.
Naoya as a curse in his fully awakened form, right? Starts off a battle with Domain. Do we disagree?
Does he start in his fully awakened
like
form? I'm just trying to remember what he looks like.
When he's half human.
When he's half human. Can you show me what he looks like?
Yeah.
When you say Curse Naobito, all I can think of, or Naoya, is just like the warm version of him.
For sure. Let me show you. Let me show you. This is what I mean, right? When he's like this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he starts the battle with the Domain.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool. I think if Sukuna makes any action, like even a hollow wicker basket or a Domain of his own, the sure hit will take effect and moving will just instantly fucking kill him. Or incapacitate him.
Will kill him?
Like incapacitate him. Yeah.
Didn't Dido and Miyo move around, and weren't they like the only thing that happened to them was blood from their face or their eyes or something?
No.
Didn't incapacitate them, right?
Dido lost his arm. And in their case specifically, I'll show you, bro. Like I'm not fucking with you. Like
I truly don't remember.
He just dead ass lost that shit. Like that shit just went bye, right? Because he's throwing it to Maki and he loses his arm as a result of it, right? And then yeah, what up?
Wait, what's happening here?
He's launching his sword to Maki so she can have it, right? Maki grabs it in the bottom right panel. And then Dido loses his arm because of the movement, right?
Well, if Dido can still physically move to throw his, even if it results in him losing his arm, I don't think Sukuna would be suffering the same amount of damage due to reverse curse technique. And if he's able to clasp his 2 hands together to start using hollow wicker basket, I'm not. I don't have any reason to believe Naoya's technique would be any effective any longer.
It would just be an instance where
was he attacked?
Bro, like I'm gonna be real. There's nothing that indicates that. Like that, like right hand to God's a little heavy. I'm gonna say I'm being serious when I say this, right? Because all it is Dido throws his arm. We just see rip. Now he's just sitting there. I'm thinking, stop messing around, and they get stabbed, right?
Oh yeah. Okay.
I think it's a domain effect. So what I'm gonna say is this, right? Every time Sukuna would try to clasp his arms to use hollow wicker basket, he'd lose it. So even though he can use RCT, he'll never be able to use it or use hollow wicker basket because the movement to clasp his hands together will make them disappear.
Oh, make them disappear.
Yeah. So he'll keep trying and he'll keep losing it until he runs out of cursed energy. Because as we know, RCT takes a lot of it.
Okay. I don't think Naoya would ever put Sukuna in that position, but in the instance that moving his 2 bottom hands results in him losing them, Sukuna would then just realize, oh yeah, I don't actually have to move around to use my curse technique, and I have no reason to think Naoya can even see dismantle. I'm pretty sure it would just one-shot him.
Oh no,
he's
a curse, so he'll just heal it. Like he got cut in half by soul split and was fine. You know what I mean? So like. I don't think a regular Sukuna...
got cut in half. Wait, he didn't die by soul split?
Well,
whatever. Sukuna would just cut his head off. It's fine.
Nah, Sukuna's not... He's not that lethal with this mental
Isn't that what happened with... Didn't he try to cut Kusakabe... Not Kusakabe's... Higuruma's head off? Whenever he was trying to... He said next is your head, right? Whenever he was trying to get him to do RCT?
Sure, but that's a specific circumstance where he's trying to teach him something. Like, Sukuna usually... He doesn't really fuck with going for like super lethal shit. He like cuts at the body and stuff.
Gojo.
He cut at his body.
No, he cut at his neck.
No, that was
I
the
remember
domain.
that.
That was the domain. That's different, right?
Yeah,
We're talking
same
about
same
normal
thing.
slash.
I mean,
No. We're talking about normal slashes, right? I'll agree. If Sukuna is able to get off his domain, he can't because moving will make him lose his hands. Then he would be able to cut Naoya's
he doesn't
head.
need his
By the
domain.
way, cutting his head doesn't mean killing a curse. Jogo survives without his head too, and that's only base form Jogo. So
Okay, well, at the very least, if it doesn't kill him, it would at least break his domain.
nah, that doesn't work for curse spirits like that.
Why?
Like, okay, I'll put it like this. Give me an example of a cursed spirit breaking their domain before they died.
Breaking their domain. No curse spirit has ever had their domain. No. Before they died. That's why
Before
you
they
said it.
died.
Because Toji did that to Dagon.
I had to add that shit. Dang, I was fucking cooked.
You're right. I guess. I mean, in that sense, I guess it's like there isn't really a curse spirit that's had their domain broken before they died. You're saying Mahito, but I'm pretty sure his domain didn't. No, I don't think that's correct, M3D. I'm pretty sure that literally there's never been a curse spirit that's had their domain broken from a certain amount of damage. Dagon died, and then his domain went down because Toji beat him up until like we literally see him die from all the damage, and then his domain goes away.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are saying Mahito. Am I just not remembering it?
Nah, because what happens is Yuji breaks the outside of the barrier and it starts shattering.
And then broke it.
No,
yes,
no.
That is
That's
what happened.
no, bro. Listen, I'm trying to give you the context. What happens is Yuji breaks the outside of the domain and it starts shattering, and then Sukuna does damage. It was gonna shatter anyway. Hey, I just showed. Hold on, let me send it to you real quick. Here. It starts shattering around the barrier and collapsing and stuff.
Where is it shattering? I see Yuji punching through it.
Yeah. I mean, obviously the barrier is shattering here, and then we move POVs, and then it crumbles because Yuji broke in. Because whenever we see the outside barrier shatter, then the whole thing comes down, and then that's why.
Where is it shattering?
I'm sure. Like Yuji's fist is literally breaking through, and you see the domain shattering.
Yeah, but does that break the entire domain?
It's starting the process of it, yeah. Because you need to maintain the outside barrier, or else you can't maintain a domain generally.
Didn't Yuta maintain his domain by purposely breaking his own barrier?
Yeah. No. He wasn't maintaining the domain. He just made it break the way he wanted to. But that's actually to my point. The fact that once it started breaking, Yuta only had the choice of keeping it up, or not keeping it up, sorry, breaking it down in a specific way, is the point that I'm talking about. Once it broke, he once the process started, it couldn't just remain its domain, right? Like you can't just have a domain partially broken and have it open, because that's why Sukuna, right? Having your shit be in open air, like connected to reality, is something only like Sukuna and Kenjaku can do.
No, but it's not to say that the domain suddenly doesn't have a barrier at all. I'm saying with a hole in it, why could the technique still not be employed?
Because it's exposed to reality. Like
why does exposing it to reality
because
suddenly...
it's something only Sukuna can have his innate domain exist on reality. Well, not only Sukuna, Kenjaku can as well, but you know.
Help me remember.
Yeah. What up?
Didn't Yuta specifically break his domain, and then something happened? Like
no. I'll show you. I got you. Hold on. Let me get the explanation. So here. They planned, or I'll send it to you too so you can read it, but I'm going to read it for chat's sake because it's a little small. They planned to use the barrier rupturing to distract me when I was certain of victory, so the woman with heavenly restriction would strike. It must be possible to pass through an ordinary barrier for her if you have no cursed energy. You must have planted the cursed tool ahead of time. So what they're saying is once Yuta got hit, he broke the domain at a certain part so that Sukuna would pay attention to that instead of Maki.
Okay. Whatever, bro. None of this matters. Sukuna would just continue to throw strikes at Naoya until he kills him.
He would just run out of cursed energy because RCT takes too much.
He wouldn't be RCTing because he wouldn't be moving.
Oh, you're talking about dismantles. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's fine. He would just heal. That's whatever.
Can Naoya even heal?
Yeah, he's a
in
curse.
his human form.
He's a curse.
Yeah, but in his human form, has he been shown to heal?
No. But you're talking about human. We're not talking about human Naoya.
Human form curse now, yeah. Like when he looks like himself is what I mean.
He's still a curse, right? The same it would be like saying Mahito looks humanoid, right? Can he heal based on curse energy? It's like his appearance doesn't change the fact that he's a curse. It just changes his appearance.
Yeah, but didn't you say he got attacked by Maki?
Yeah, he did. But I'm talking about before he opens his domain. He gets cut in half, and then his top half gets kicked off, right? That's what I'm saying.
So, wait, I thought didn't Maki stab him and kill him? Bro.
Yeah.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, no. Okay, no, obviously Naoya dies, right? I'm not saying he's incapable of death. What I'm saying is he only dies once he gets split in half, right?
Split in half?
Like upwards. From Soul Split, by the way. We never see...
But why is that killing him?
Because he gets, like, his entire body bisected.
Yeah, wouldn't Sukuna do the same thing?
No. When is Sukuna cut someone in half vertically? No, vertically No, I'm actually being serious here. Vertically matters because if you just cut off the lower half, we've seen Naoya get his lower half cut off and actually come back.
We've seen Sukuna dice somebody's entire body, Kashimo.
We actually don't know how Kashimo died. Like we see him.
It's implied.
Like Kashimo,
implied that he got diced up.
What happened is Kashimo probably dodged in between the slashes and like got hit by one stray. You know what I mean?
We would probably see his body somewhere on the battlefield if that was true. I mean, his body completely disappeared after that attack from Sukuna.
The dust settling is a crazy thing. All right, I'm done bullshitting. But who are we even debating, bro? Oh, Sukuna versus Naoya. You're right. Yeah. Let me put fully incarnated Sukuna versus Naoya. Nah, that was just having my fun, bro. Fuck that barrier bullshit. God.
It's actually funny because as far as I know, at least as far as I could remember, anyways. Before chat was bringing up the Mahito shit, I could not remember a cursed spirit like losing their domain due to damage.
Because they don't generally. Yeah, as soon as they started bringing up Mahito, I almost banned M3D for spamming that shit. I was like, "Fuck, dude, shut up." That's when I had to come up with the bullshit of the domain shattering once you like that shit don't happen. At least it's not said. I lied. I made that whole thing.
Shattering. Yeah, because
that was just untrue. Or at least if it's true, it's never been said or implied.
Okay.
Yeah, I really just made that up. Yeah, chat, y'all gotta understand, like, half of the shit I was saying in here was just not true, bro. Like, Sukuna's not lethal with Dismantle? What the fuck? That was the most bullshit lie I could have possibly come up with, bro. But anyways, I had to do what I had to do. Jogo got his head removed and his domain shattered. That's actually the wrong order. Jogo got his domain overpowered, then he got his head ripped off, and then Gojo shattered his domain. But yeah. Fucking hell, dude. Funny as hell.
Can we get like something close?
Let me see. Let's see, bro. Let's see. We got you up next, bro. Give him a middling character, bro. Give him a middling character. Okay, pre-awakening Gojo. I might be able to work with this. Hold on.
Wait, what do you mean? Who did I get?
Pre-awakening Gojo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me get him up here. And then who do? God, fucking hell. Special grade gaslighting is this Haba, bro? Oh, fuck. Helicopter guy.
Helicopter guy.
The one who fights Yuji.
Gojo.
Yeah. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. All right, I'm ready.
Okay, I'm gonna start.
All right, go ahead.
So I think Gojo, while physically exhausted, is relative to Toji.
Okay. Relevance.
Relevance. Haba. I think that Maki is relative to Toji, right?
Yeah.
At least the Maki that fights 10% Sukuna. And that same Maki is keeping up with Yuji.
Barely.
Other way around. Yuji's keeping up with Maki so much so that she's able to swing him around in the fight like a weapon.
Because
Yuji one-shots Haba.
Yuji specifically exploited a binding vow loop in which he was able to do that. By the way, keeping up with Toji and one-shotting don't really correlate. Like, it's a speed to AP thing. Like, Yuji's barely able to react to Haba's attacks. Let me go with a narrative argument again. Yeah, no, like I can show you.
Wait, hold on. Before you go on the narrative argument, you said
no.
something about a binding vow loop?
Yeah, what up?
What the hell is that?
Bro, you really gonna press me on that? You really gonna you really gonna make me stand on what I said? Like, why would you do that, bro? That's not good friendship, gang.
What binding vow loop?
Listen, bro. So what he did specifically was exploit Haba's binding vow and the fact that he wasn't specifically prepared to be attacked in his strongest point. Like, so basically what happened, right, was Haba was not preparing to be attacked, and Yuji attacked anyway, so he off-guarded him with lower durability. And even still, a one-shot would be incorrect, because Haba's still up after it. At best, you can argue he got two-shot while being off-guarded. Anyways, binding vow loop aside, right? Look at this, right? Look at this. I'll put it up here, right? Hold on, give me 1 second. 1 second. I'm gonna send it to you real quick. Cool. I'm gonna send it to you, chat. You can see.
I forgot he kicked him afterwards.
You see how this says binding vow? That's what I'm referring to. In any case, right? Don't really.
Where?
Right, I just sent it to you specifically keyed in. Don't even worry about that too much, though, gang. But it was a binding vow loop.
Who says that? And why is it so small?
It's Yuji. It's you. No, bro. You're not getting it. Yuji says it. Hold on. The reason Yuji says it is because he made a binding vow. Like, what? Don't even press me about that, bro. Like, it's obvious. It's like as obvious as Yuji's name being Yuji. Regardless, it's time for the narrative argument, right? So, let's go on to some statements about Haba, shall we? Right? Haba is considered a monster, right? Do you remember that statement, or do you want me to pull it up?
He's considered a monster by the U.S. military. Yes, I remember that.
Okay. Now, let me ask you this, right? What is also considered a monster in fiction? Godzilla, yes?
Frankenstein, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
A special grade is someone that can take on a nation. Godzilla can take on a nation, and he too is a monster, right? So what I'm arguing, also narratively, in the context of JJK, monsters are assigned a higher level of importance. For example, Toji's considered a monster. Maki's considered a monster.
Gojo's considered a monster.
After Awakening, yes. But Yuta's considered a monster as well. Keep in mind.
I don't think Gojo got any faster, though.
He does.
He doesn't.
Because he blitzes Toji after Awakening, whereas before he doesn't.
Oh, sorry. Faster from the Awakening. That's what I meant. Him being exhausted is what would be slowing his speed down. Sorry, that's what I meant to say. So, like, if he was not exhausted prior to his Awakening, I think he would be the same speed.
Potato, right? What I'm getting at is that Gojo, because we don't know if Gojo's considered a monster for his speed, right? We just know he's considered a monster after the Awakening, where he does have more abilities, right? Haba is considered a monster before all of that. Logistically speaking, that means that he should be stronger. It's kind of like the special grade title argument you were making. Because he's considered a monster, he's on a different level from non-monsters. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you get me?
So I think I hear what you're saying, but I think the reason in which Toji, no, that doesn't matter. I don't think him being a monster, being considered a monster by someone who doesn't even have curse synergy matters. I mean, to him, it could be a monster. Doesn't mean
but think about it from a writer's perspective. You only include this for a specific reason, right? And it's to be consistent with the narrative.
To demonstrate a strength difference, yes.
No, but
between these two characters.
But it took the full might of the U.S. Army, a nation, by the way, to extreme diff Haba, right? We know that nations are kind of.
Beat him?
No, he escaped. So I mean, it's one of those things to where it took the entire U.S. military's might, and they couldn't even beat him, right?
Pretty sure it was just like one platoon that was fighting.
No.
Trying to capture him.
It was a super duper special forces.
Okay, bro. Fuck no.
Oh fuck, dude.
This Hobbit, gotta give it up, bro.
No,
Haba lost to Yuji.
Holy shit, holy shit. Fuck. Haba died, what do you mean? Chat, y'all gotta let me lie more, gang. Y'all
Did
really?
he die?
Yeah, he
Oh
did.
wow, he did die.
They had his head in a fucking bag. But the thing is,
Oh.
the reason he died is to protect his wife though. So like he did a
Pretty
self.
sure she was dead.
No,
Yuki killed her.
no. He did a self-sacrificing binding vow in exchange for his wife being immortal. He'd be willing to give his life up. So it's just one of those things where you just gotta like.
Does Yuki even know what a binding vow is? Why did he say this?
Bro, it's a binding vow, bro. He knows you must think he's fucking dumb.
I just don't think he's been introduced to the ins and outs of sorcery.
By the way,
And all.
in reality, bro does think if he gets hit by Haba's helicopter blade, he's getting fucking one shot. That shit is so funny. No, I'm conceding. Like I want to make that clear, right? I'm not. This is no more argumentation. That's just a funny thing. Fucking hell, dude. Let me hold on. Let me read this. Let me read the super chat. Kenji Okari, thank you for the two. I promise no one out gaslights me, or no one gaslights like me. Oh, brother. And 3D, thank you for the two. BR, the funniest nigga alive. Appreciate you, gang. Fuck, dude. I had to mute my mic a couple of times to not laugh when I was talking about the fucking full like, bro, I can't believe you let me say fucking who else is considered a monster in fiction? Godzilla. What the fuck?
I mean, I wanted to hear what you were saying, like, but then I remembered Gojo was considered a monster, so I thought, but I forgot he said it after he awakened. But I truly don't think there's a difference between. Anyways, that doesn't matter.
Yeah. Good show. Holy fuck. Yeah, chat. I just want to say, y'all know I win that in your hearts and minds. Pre-awakened Gojo versus Haba the monster. I'm gonna add that.
Why do we put people like Haba on the list, bro?
Bro, real argumentation. All right, chat. Let's get one more if it's good. If not, we'll spin again. All right, let's do it. Let me see. Let's see. You got Charles. Oh, brother. All right, let me see what I get. Nah, fuck that. I'm picking Ino, bro. I got Takaba, I'm picking Ino. Charles versus Ino, bro. Let's run it up.
Charles versus Ino?
Charles versus Ino, gang. Let's run it up. You got Charles.
Oh my gosh.
Run it up.
I already know where this is going. I can smell it. I can smell where this is going.
You know where it's going, gang. Come on.
I do.
Lock it in.
I do know where it's going.
Lock it in.
So Charles,
Mm-hmm.
I believe that in the instance that Charles is able to see the future, which is all the time, he can always see the future from the very start of the fight.
Okay.
He wins every single fight. The only reason in which he lost against Hikari is because he saw far into the future that if he did not, if he won against Hikari, if he managed to kill Hikari, then the series would end in a pretty brutal way in which Sukuna would win with Urame. So he purposely threw that fight.
Quick question in your logic there. Why is Hikari needed if Charles can be on the battlefield? Because
Charles is not fucking with them. He's trying to write his manga. He's not trying to fight Sukuna.
Okay. I feel it. So with Ino, he would just bring out Ryu, and Ryu has never been shown off, and someone survive after that.
Yeah.
It just doesn't happen.
Charles would just see into the future, know that Ryu is coming,
and lose.
And kill Ino before he could do anything.
Ryu spawn like a curse. It spawns upon death, revives Ino, and then attacks Charles.
Like a curse? What do you mean by that?
So you know how curses get stronger after death? Well,
some of them.
Yeah. Well, Charles would stab Ino, right? You know, the shiesty sorcerer.
Okay.
He would then be possessed by the spirit of Ryu and then kill Charles, right? Like, here's the thing. We have like in-character statements of Charles being the greatest mangaka of the Jujutsu Kaisen universe, right? That's cool, but we have narrator statements of Ryu being unbeatable. And by the way, this worked on the strongest character in the story, right? When Ino showed Ryu, Sukuna's fate was sealed. It's why he lost. Explicit.
I think when Charles saw that Hikari was pivotal to the Sukuna fight, that everyone's fate was sealed. if Charles didn't throw the fight.
And you
So
know,
he has everyone's fate in his hands, and the moment he starts that fight with Hikari, including Ino. So if he wanted to, Ino would just be dead because he could just see the future
hold on.
insert himself.
Hold on.
Future.
One second. Oh, okay. I just found it. Charles specifically says the only character that can counter me is Ryu, specifically wielded by Ino, bro. Like that's what he said when he saw into the future. Specifically, that when Ino locks in, ratio blade in hand, no one can defeat him.
What happened to Ryu? Let me see that statement though.
The Ryu
I'm
statement?
curious.
I got you. Hold on.
No. The one about specifically losing to whatever.
How about this? We show each other both statements of Charles seeing that far into the future and of the Ryu statement. How about we do it at the same time?
Well, we know Charles can see far into the future, right?
How far is far?
As far as he wants.
Oh, okay. Okay. And just out of curiosity, did you happen to have a scan that says that? Or did Charles just tell you personally?
No, we know I have a scan that shows Charles can see into the future.
For sure.
He just chooses to not see far into the far enough into the he chooses not to win the fight even though he can see far into the future.
Okay.
So which is why he gave us the impression, the readers, that he can only see into the future a couple of seconds.
Okay.
He had to make it really believable.
Okay. So narratively speaking, you understand that being able to lose is lower than not being able to, right? Here's the thing. From the narrative, Charles can win almost any fight he wants. However, Ino couldn't lose with Ryu even if he wanted to. That's a real statement.
I don't
I
don't think that's a statement.
It's impossible. Like here's the thing, right? It's sort of like think about it like this. Think about the One Punch Man effect, right? You know how like people think the gag is for Saitama to win in one punch. The gag, or rather the theme of JJK, is for Ryu to get a victory, right? Charles could throw, Ino can't. It's impossible. He's too strong.
Yeah, well, Charles has a choice to throw. So what that means is he has more, know-it-all to like avoid the situations in which he loses, right? And ultimately to find a situation in which Ino loses as well.
Against most characters, I would say so, for sure. Against Ino, I mean, listen, I'll ask this. Has Charles ever fought someone with a shiesty? No.
Has Ino ever fought someone with a giant brush?
Yes.
Who?
Back in you wouldn't know him. His name was George. It was in the chapter extra 125.3. It was when Gege was taking a break in the midst of Shibuya.
Gege doesn't do 0.3.
No, he does. No, he does. It's specifically check your volume. He has it there, but you're not gonna see it on any You're not. No, it's only in the physicals. You're not gonna see it in any online site. You're gonna have to check your physical volumes for chapter 125.3.
Well, go ahead and show me then.
I can't.
You must own it, right?
I don't have face cam, right? So I can't show you right now.
You can take a picture.
No, my phone's dead.
Wait.
My phone's dead.
Your phone's dead. Charge it then.
My charger's broken.
Well, I guess we'll never know who wins, right?
No, we do know. Because, like, here's the thing.
We don't.
I'll put it like this. I've never lied, so the statement's true now.
I've never lied either.
No, you have.
Oh, no, I haven't. Chat, have I ever lied? Go ahead. Has Ronin lied, chat?
They said you lied, bro. Someone in chat said you lied. So, sorry, gang us up.
Yeah, I think you're just gonna have to. He's just gonna have to concede that my character has precog, infinite precog.
No, for sure. Precog is great, right? But here's the thing. Themes and such, though. Like, you can't counter it.
You remember Yuha Bach?
Yeah, what up?
You remember how he can see into the future, but also insert himself into certain things, into certain events, and allow things to happen? Charles Gege is actually a personal friend of mine. He told me that, again, he had to spare Hikari and the rest of the cast in order for the JJK story to end the way that he wanted. But Charles, if he wanted to, could easily go into the future and the past, actually, physically, and do whatever he needed to do. which includes killing Ino as he was born, or Ino's parents before they conceived him.
Okay, so for sure, I want to say I didn't know you were friends with Gege too. That's nice.
You're not.
He never spoke.
He said
of
he
you.
doesn't like you.
He never spoke of you.
He told
Actually,
me he didn't like you. He told me that everything that he told you was false information.
I think
didn't like you.
I think he said your name was Tessero spelled with 2 O's. By the way,
he didn't. He knows my real name. We don't have to worry about a spelling issue.
No worries, no worries. In any case, right? Here's the thing. You bring up Yuha, and guys, I get spoilers for Bleach. What for Bleach? Yeah, what Charles is to Yuha, Ino is to the Silver Arrow, right? Basically, the hard counter, and that's all it is, bro. And that's all it is. Okay. Like Ino, like narratively speaking, right? The fact that Charles is able to lose means that he's weaker than Ino, who is incapable.
How about this, Tyler? That is a great point. Charles is based on a real person, and thus, if Gege so wanted, Charles would actually become a real life person.
Ino is a real person. He's not based on when he is one. Like Ino's sitting right next to me.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Tell him, say what's up.
Yo, that gang? Yeah, that's what he said.
I got a black then, bro?
I taught him English, bro, because I taught him English. You know what I mean? You know, and bro, you think that shystie's for show? Nah, bro. Ino really about that. Ino really about that, bro. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Listen, bro, I taught him everything he knows.
Well, Chad, I guess you're just gonna have to decide who wins this one, huh?
Ryu cool as fuck too, bro. All right, he don't bite either. All right, let me throw the pull up. Fucking hell.
That's crazy. Charles is a real person and would just crumple up any page that Ino exists on in every part of the world.
Ino's literally my fucking homie. Like, come on, guy.
Fuck Ino.
Yo, bro. Watch out, bro. Shiesty Sorcerer gonna run up on you. Sorry, bro. Holy shit. Chat. God, bro, I can't believe I actually had to defend Ino when he was right next to me, bro. How embarrassing. Fuck.
That's crazy. You let Ino lose. You should truly be embarrassed.
Nah, bro.
Truly.
Fucking hell.
Chat, he let Ino lose, right? Right, chat? Chat, he let Ino lose? There's 279 people in this chat. 275 people in this chat. Can we get more than 81 votes, please, and thank you?
Yeah, thanks for spreading the truth about Ino. No
and
problem,
all on Charles, please. All the votes, remaining votes on Charles. Thank you.
No problem, gang. I feel like Ino's a good friend of mine. I couldn't just let him be slandered like this. You know what I mean? Type shit. Let's see.
Should have stuck with Takuma. Chat, we still only have 94 votes. We have 282 people in here. Remember to put all the remaining votes on Charles, regardless of what names are said there. Just Charles is the truth.
Charles is the truth, huh? No, I mean he would be if Ino wasn't transcendently true. And
he's
also
not.
real.
Like I said,
like I said,
you know Doodle Bob? You know Doodle Bob from SpongeBob?
No, for sure. Yeah, no, good friend of mine.
Yeah. Oh, good friend of yours. Interesting. Well, Doodle Bob, just like Ino, has a drawing utensil in which a real person or a higher dimensional being can erase a lower dimensional being with a drawing tool, a drawing instrument.
For sure.
Interesting, right? He would just paint over Ino as so in which Ino doesn't exist at any point.
So,
ever.
Do you know what God translates to in some languages rather? Ino.
No.
So at that point, you kind of have to sit. It's like you get God, you get Buddha, you get Ino. You know what I mean? You get like Ra. Like he sits in there like Zeus. You know what I mean? He sits there. So we're talking about higher dimensionality. Like I didn't want to bring God Ino into it, but if you're gonna take it there, we can, right? We can. I just feel like there's no need to bring Ino the Father when I got like Ino the Son here. You know what I mean? And much less Ino the Holy Spirit. Like that's not even really fair to do type shit.
Yeah, I mean that's cool and all, but I'm pretty sure your character at this point has been erased.
Character?
Go ahead, chat.
Character?
The idea, the concept, has been erased from everything. Anything a character is named Ino in, or a real life person, name Ino in no longer exists.
Hold on.
It's
Ino
gone.
versus who though?
You can't even speak the name anymore.
Ino versus who? Ino
You
versus
remember?
Ino versus
who? No.
Ino versus
You
Ino
remember
versus
when? You remember when Ichigo tried to speak Zangetsu's name before he knew the name, or tried to hear Zangetsu's name before he understood? Yeah, you remember that noise it made when Zangetsu said his name?
Ino
That's
versus,
what happens anyway.
Ino versus
Anytime somebody says that word, it gets blurred out. I mean, what can I say?
Listen, gang. God, bro. Fucking hell.
God, you let me down.
All right.
Fuck Charles.
All right, I'm in the poll here, bro. This should have been up for 3 minutes. All right, gang. That was I think that might have been the closest debate of the stream chat.
Yes, sir.
Ino and God both have O in their names, and O is close to 0, which means that 0 has almost infinite number of uses and meanings. W logic. But yeah, appreciate y'all coming out here. Cestro, appreciate you joining, gang. Thank you. This was very fun. Yeah, for everybody that super chatted, I appreciate y'all. This is day... Fuck, what day is this? 33? 32? Something. It's day something, chat. We out here, though. The challenge is still going kind of strong. The challenge is still going, chat. The challenge is really, really, really going. But yeah, so I appreciate y'all. I don't know when the next stream will be. Maybe it'll be, you know, fucking chained together. You know, bringing the trio back together. Who knows? But regardless, I should have a video out for you guys tomorrow. That should be fun. And yeah, I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Have a good rest of y'all nights, mornings, or evenings. And I'll see y'all in the next one.